biased against Microsoft, and I'm not going to pull criticisms of Nintendo and Sony out of my arse just for a vague sense of. I am biased against Microsoft, and I'm not going to pull criticisms of Nintendo and Sony out of my arse.
You took that.
I am biased against Microsoft, and I'm not going to exactly why we're being biased against Microsoft today. They deserve it, for God's. I am biased against Microsoft, and I'm not going to pull criticisms of Nintendo and Sony out of my arse just for a vague sense of equality, like people always do. Yes, I am biased against Microsoft, and I'm not going to pull criticisms of Nintendo and Sony out of my arse.
What's going on out here, people? People have legitimately lost their damn minds. I'm not done yet.
I haven't got that yet with Starfield, but I'm not far in it. But I want to say one thing, though. The game is, so far, based on word of mouth, reviews, it's a disappointment.
Okay.
I don't think it's a bad game, but it is a disappointment considering.
I mean, how much have you played?
Like 3 hours.
Okay, and what's disappointing about it to you?
To me, it just doesn't get. First of all, I thought the intro was horrendous. I think the writing.
What about the intro? What about the intro was horrendous?
It just was very lackluster. Like if you compare it to Skyrim, immediately you're fighting a dragon, and then you're sent out into the world to do anything you want. Like literally anything you want. Whereas this is a little bit, like I said, it's a little more shallow. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit almost more like Mass Effect, where it's more story-oriented, it's pushing you in a certain direction.
Do you think that was the choices you made? What is her name? Lynn or Lim, the lady who's your boss? Do you think part of it is just that, the fact that she asked you to burn the bodies and shit, and it should be more of a choice versus she forces you to do it, and it's almost like it's scripted at that point?
That's some of it.
I mean, that didn't happen at all in the game, so I'm assuming you haven't played it yet, correct?
No, I swear to God, I played it, but it's
wow.
Like when you go to.
I'm gonna speed this ass whooping up today. I'll go by the name of the new legal. You are watching Di-RRec Gaming. I got my man Spark117 in the building. I got my man JyzalGamingTV in the building. I've sent notifications out. Anybody that's ready to come in at any time, come on in. But we're gonna get this show started because I can't wait no more. I owe it to the Xbox streets. Yo, we just damaged the whole entire world. This Starfield we put up on highest mountain on earth. It's a bright beacon to all those lost gamers around the world. It's a shrine to be held to all the haters around the world. If you like what we're about, or if you've never heard of this channel before, this is the underground. This is where things get said that you most likely won't ever hear from any other place. And I take that to heart. I built this community. We've built this community. I stand correct. The Xbox community alongside me built this channel together. And I am so humble. I'm so grateful and so thankful for each and every one of you. Real gamers around the world, but especially to my greenhouse. I want to give a big shout outs to the Chit Chat community who's tuning in, my panel, and to everybody else around the globe that tunes in to listen to us. We're thankful. Like I said, if you like what we're about, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Never miss a beat on any of our hot topics. We shoot straight from the gut. This is no rehearsal. This is no reading no article. This is not regurgitated bird feeding to you. This isn't bouncing off the industry and what they got to say. This isn't an emotional tangent. We don't run around with emotions and feelings and holding flowers in our hands. This ain't that show. This ain't that show that just goes around dissing PlayStation because we don't like PlayStation fans because they just play on a different console than we play on. This isn't, we look through Twitter, looking at what people tweet every day and repeat back what you saw today because we want to tell you again what you actually read today all day long. Repeat what people have said on Twitter. This ain't that show. Also, the show that this ain't that show that just because it thinks it has a whole lot of followers that we're going to be a certain way because we got our hand out and we want review copies and stuff like that. And we cry about it when we don't get it. This ain't that show. So if you're one of those guys or girls that like shows like that, this is the disclaimer. Turn the F around now. Don't let the door hit you on the way out and go to another channel. Because today, I wanted to start early. Because this ass whooping that I'm about to deliver, if you are partial to Xbox, this ain't the show for you. If you claim to be a neutral, this ain't that show for you. If you're one of those people who like to run around all the time talking about how many things you own. What do you mean legal? Well, I'm a gamer. I own Xbox. I own Nintendo. I own PlayStation. All right. You one of those people who own all the consoles but can't play all their games. If you're one of those, this ain't the show for you. If you're one of those, console wars suck and grow up, this ain't the show for you. If you're one of those, oh, these are Xbox fanboys, this ain't the show for you. If you're one of those weirdos, today, this ain't the show for you. Let me tell you what this is, man. This has never been about confusion. This has never been about your feelings. This is about gamers who are Xbox fans who know how to talk the Xbox language. That's what this is. This ain't no goofy, corny stuff, all right? So if you're one of those gamers, this is the show for you because I'm going to make sure that you get all your justice today. I'm leaving no stone uncovered. Spartan and JyzalGamingTV, I'm going to make sure I slow cook this bad boy today That's why I went early. Chit Chat community ready, because I got 2 mics, and I've never done this before. I got an extra mic just for the Chit Chat community. The whole entire Chit Chat community is going to be shown today. Shout out to my man Deploy 619. Shout out to Smitty Smith, the one who holds the Book of X. Shout out to my man VAT Records. Shout out to Rain G4.
New Legal.
And the others that'll be tuning in soon. And those that are just viewing, and those that are just looking with the binoculars from way far back. Shout out to my man Games, Trailers in the building. Shout out to my man Realist One, if he can get in. Shout out to my man Fire Boss. Shout out to After Boss. Shout out to the Di-RRec community gang. Shout out to Six Slayer. Shout out to Teknoblast. You know, the straight undergrounds. The guys who don't give a damn about what you think. Shout out to my man Pyro M&D in the building. Y'all know what time it is.
Shout out to bro.
Shout out to bro. JyzalGamingTV, you've been real busy, fam, so I'm not going to hold you up because I know exactly what I'm going to talk about. It's good to have JyzalGamingTV in here, man. He be hustling up there in New York.
It's good
be
to
making
be
sure the streets are safe up there in NYC, man.
Got it.
So, JyzalGamingTV, I got this mic for you, man. I got my man Spartan up there in Canada. I got this mic for you. Let's go.
Man, they down bad, ain't they, Legal? They down bad. I never seen
down
down this bad in my life, bro.
First and foremost, before I start, thank you, New Legal, J-Rock, for showing up. Chit Chat community, thank you all for showing up. Today's show is an appropriate one. And Starfield.
It's appropriate, baby.
It's appropriate.
Oh, yes.
Starfield not only shook the industry, yet decimated the whole entire Sony fanboy community. It's over now. These Sony fanboys sitting out there, their true colors are just spewing out, buying low spec PCs, 1060 graphics card with the i3, can't even run it on their PCs. They can't even zoom in. They can't even zoom in on YouTube and say, oh, you can't. It's next gen is right here, right now, and it's over for those Sony fanboys. Every single one of them are playing Starfield right next to us right now. And it feels so good, so appropriate right now, so appropriate and unbelievable. 6 million hits in how many days, J-Rock, New Legal?
Well, in 24 hours or so.
And that decimated how many first-party studio games that Sony released on their releases there?
All of them.
4 at a time, 8 at a time?
All of them.
All of them. Wow, and that Reforge rapist there sitting there throwing salt with what kind of watch on his wrist?
Oh, the Constellation watch.
And he sat there, and instead of him getting a free code, they made him shell out $350 plus tax.
That's wild. But
what happened to that Red Dragon? All of a sudden, he's quieter than a church moth. Where's that motherfucker?
No, he's looking for any little thing to criticize the game, you know. But
scramble.
Right now, Starfield is on that Hogwarts Legacy wave. No amount of hate is stopping this wave from coming. No amount of hate stopped Hogwarts Legacy from achieving what it achieved, and no amount of hate is stopping Starfield. All that propaganda, politics, and all your personal views and opinions is irrelevant. People are playing the game.
It's over with. And this game, it's my first RPG I've ever played. Like I've mentioned it before. I've played Final Fantasy. No. I've played Skyrim. That I wasn't into like Bush and medieval. I'm not into like, you know, Golden Axe type games. And all of a sudden this hit. I'm like, okay. I got the premium edition. What an amazing gesture it is from a game company like Bethesda, hooking you up with a $50 edition and including a free DLC, a steel case, a patch, a welcome, and have some fun. And this game, by far, it has blown my expectations out of waters, man. I'm a Halo guy, and I had to set aside my season pass just to play this game. And I don't think I'll be completing this battle pass until this game is finished from head to toe. And I might do a couple more runs, because you could always change and pick your new traits and characters. So this story is like a never-ending story, and it's gonna stick with us for a long time. And that's it. Hey, Sony fanboys out there, welcome to the green team. To 1 terabyte Series S is waiting there, and we're selling out in Canada right now. These guys are buying so much. Over 900 Xbox Series X's sold within less than 24 hours. Starfield editions are going up right now. We're literally sold out of even the SSDs right now. When I pre-order, I can't even get one until next month, November. That's how hot Xbox is. And thank you, Phil, for increasing production, because we need it right now, and I want my SSD.
Meanwhile, on the other side, they're just raising prices and giving them nothing for it. No day and dates legal? That's
No
crazy.
day and dates.
What happened to that Turkish 400% PS Plus increase that they had? What is that in Turkey?
Where's the media? Where's the media? Quiet as
Nowhere to
church
be
mouse.
found.
Nowhere to be found.
Pyro
Nowhere to be found.
MD, happy to be here with y'all. Bleed Green, you already know, baby, it's a family. Smitty Smith in the building. Starfield dropped on them boys on Hiroshima, the Book of X.
Facts.
Yo,
Facts.
shout to Tanami. Shout to Paul Tracks in the building. Deploying here. Facts, all those clowns playing Starfield undercover, exactly. They have to be in the conversation, famo. It's easy. It's just that easy, man.
The advertisement that they're doing too. Thank you all for all of that, man. Without them advertising as hard as they are,
Exactly.
man, I might have not gotten the game. You never know.
No, I heard the advertising was lackluster leading up to the release. What happened?
Facts. But on the serious note, y'all, I thought Starfield wasn't going to be enough.
I heard that too.
I thought they needed more games this year. And the games that they're getting this year, J-Rock and 117, are the games that I heard that they didn't need more. They need more of. Like, they're not going to be enough. But what happened?
Just like the FSR 3, it was not mentioned on the PS5. That happened too. Nothing's happening. They're behind right now, guys. I'll be honest. No disrespect or console shit. Sony's behind in reality right now. We take a look at where Sony is in the industry. Xbox came out, Gamescom, a surprise reveal of the Series X. Phil on stage to our faces around the world on camera stated, "Hey guys, Xbox is PC. You could also hook up a mouse and a keyboard. Yet all the games that you see, they're going to be playable on PC. So we told you so. We want this to be in everybody's hands: PC, tablets, cell phones, Teslas, airplanes, Samsung TVs. You could download the app in the future if LG or Hisense or whichever other Sony want to have the app, and we could play all xCloud." Sony failed to do that when they revealed PlayStation 5. They thought they had the momentum with sales, which they do. Hats off to you guys. The ponies are all out there buying 66 million in the UK right away. So there are your sales right there and a few Canadian and American fans. But they're stuck. They've got to flatten the house. They have invested money, but not as much as they should because of the games now, because of the acquisition. They're losing money on that, so they can't fund their first parties like they used to anymore, as well as their PS Plus subscription is failing. Price inflation all around the world, Turkey 300% to 500%. They got a really weak hardware that when you play such games as Final Fantasy, it overheats. And there was another game, I'm not too sure what it is. Their hardware's failing.
All the dates not holding its frames.
Yeah, they got to start where Xbox started. So they're 4 years behind right now, and for them to sit out there and be capping for no reason, they go for it. If you guys want to cap for Xbox games, and by all means go for it, but your shit's fucking stinking right now on your side, man. Sony's got to get their priorities straight right here, right now. They don't even support HDMI 2.1, let alone where are their first-party exclusives?
Yo,
where's Spider-Man?
Tanami says, bro, the game looks incredibly smooth on console.
Yeah.
I've been playing it on PC,
It does.
right?
It does.
And no, I can say the stable 30 is so much better than the unstable 60. Now, Tsunami, I put that up yesterday about Digital Foundry. Digital Foundry confirmed what you said to be true. They actually had to come out and explain to people, break it down. That certain game, the thing is, y'all, we're in an era where gamers are so influenced by the wrong things, right? You call yourself a gamer, but you're not playing games based on being a gamer. You're matter of fact, a lot of y'all ain't even playing games. You're just talkers of games. Those are two different things. Some people can do both. But as for what we're starting to see, a lot of y'all can't do both. And a lot of y'all are just out here to talk. And that's cool and everything. But when it comes to gaming, gaming speaks for itself. And if the game is made to where it's going to give you, right, the better experience, you don't think Todd Howard, who's been doing video games for 30 years, understands that a game's frame rate is priority to the experience of a game? You think that he's just going to make a game 60 frames for you to have bragging rights on? That is not how they make video games. They don't want to put out the worst version of their video game. So this is where PC, right? PC has an advantage because once you go PC, you will never be able to conquer this god. The god of latency will always rule you, no matter what. So if we are really in next gen, right? Next gen is about 4K 120, 4K 60. That's next gen. That's ultimate next gen. I just watched somebody, and this gonna get for real. I saw somebody that spent $3,000 some odd dollars on their PC, right? Well, that's a YouTube channel. Their PC was performing Starfield at 1440p, 100 frames per second. $3,000 some odd dollars for a PC. Can't even get 4K.
Facts, Smitty, facts.
Because if it went to 4K, that 100 frames would have went down even more. So here's Smitty Smith again. Fun fact. When Xbox can shadow drop Quake Remaster and Age of Empires 4 in the same year, with Hi-Fi Rush, Redfall, Starfield, and Forza, can you imagine what happens next? Ponies are done. The Book of X.
Mm-hmm.
Smitty, they don't want to see 2024 because, you know, they're about running out of options to where they got to understand that it's checkmate. And the funny part about it is, to all you haters out there, where I told everybody, right? Don't get mad at Metacritic. Metacritic now is the joke of the century when it comes to gaming world. It's the joke of the century, right? Metacritic hasn't improved at all. It's not supposed to improve.
No,
it's supposed to be
it's
the
funny
way
they
it
promised
is.
they were going to fix that bombing thing too, and they never did.
Metacritic is supposed to be the way it is so that it can generate its clicks. If Metacritic smart, who's that? What's that noise, man?
That's
Fireboss.
Fireboss, fix that, man. If Metacritic smartened up, right? Let's just give them. Let's be nice, right? If they smartened up and they cleaned up all the nonsense and BS that goes on Metacritic, right?
right.
They wouldn't get nearly the bread anymore because Metacritic's relying on the stupidity of the gamers. It's not relying on the intelligent gamer. So that advantage goes to the damn donkeys. But what I told y'all was going to happen was they're going to run the Metacritic. Get ready, buckle up. Don't let that amuse you, right? Don't let that frustrate you either. They're going to go to Metacritic and they're going to review bomb this game. It's the memo. It's what they do, right?
That's what they do.
Metacritic has been known when you review bomb a PlayStation game so bad, they'll go in and correct it. They'll block the
Right, they
review bomb.
corrected, they shut down,
Yeah, shut
the whole
down
thing.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. They do all of this stuff. This is nothing new, nor is legal lying to you. This has been done in broad daylight, not in the dark.
And we expected this because we knew the outcome and the blowback that we're gonna get after these acquisitions.
Exactly.
All these people have been saying it, and this is the only way, right? They could get back at Microsoft.
Right. Thank you, J-Rock.
This is the only way they could get back at them. Oh, okay, we're gonna just give you these bad reviews and yada yada yada.
Right.
But they said it themselves.
Punishment. Right.
We hated the deal. We hated that you bought Bethesda. We hate that you bought Activision. So this is the only way we could get back at you guys. And this is basically what they're doing.
Exactly. They are penalizing Microsoft games for being exclusive. But this is the sad part about this is the era that we in.
They're penalizing Microsoft for wanting to be competitive. Something they always wanted Microsoft to be, right?
Right.
Facts.
That's all it is.
All they're doing, people, is showing you they never wanted anybody else to be so competitive as if it gets in Sony's way of being successful. They don't care, that you're out here. But the minute you pose a threat, they have the things out here that persuade the perception, right? But the crazy part about it is Starfield gained so much popularity. The way Microsoft marketed this game should be the template on how they move forward from this point on. Kudos to Microsoft for stopping people from reviewing this game early because you already know what they was going to do, Microsoft. So salute to you. We got to start somewhere. The industry doesn't like you, Microsoft. It never liked you. I don't know what it is. They must have Linux computers or they're fans of Apple, whatever. But for some reason, they don't like Xbox. They don't like it. We got the receipts. You got people that work in the game industry that said, I don't even know why Xbox is in the gaming streets. I could care less if they're here. No real gamer talks like this. No real gamer talks like this. Everybody should be able to build something and should be able to get into the gaming streets and compete. I don't care what you come up with. Google came up with Stadia. Get in here and compete, Stadia. If you couldn't make it, get out of here. That's it. But nobody's mad at Google for trying to compete. I wasn't. I'm still going to rock my Xbox. I got all these consoles in my house. I tell you every day, I don't care. If you want to play with me on my Xbox. Why do I like Xbox? Now I'm going to pull a page from the realist book. I play Xbox because I like it. There's some things about Xbox that I really like. Like, I can use my old-gen controller still. I have a service game with back compatibility that if I own these old games, I don't have to pay for them anymore. Microsoft doesn't have a extra service for back compatible games. That's what they do. Oh, you want to play these old games? Here, we made a service for your old games. And guess what? We don't care if you own them already. You got to pay for it. That's what you capping for. You got donkeys capping for platforms like that. Microsoft don't care that you have old games or not. Microsoft don't care if you have old controllers or not. Your investment with Xbox carries over. Your saves ride deploy. Your saves stay alive on Xbox. Why? Because Microsoft has a true cloud service.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a generic cloud service. They have
so much so that I've seen videos of people playing Starfield on the Xbox One via the cloud.
Within the cloud. And that was now, CJ Rock, That was the purpose of the cloud. See, the other platforms use cloud for memory. Microsoft don't just use cloud for memory. That's the old way of using the cloud. Microsoft used clouds to play games on. We're playing video games by way of cloud. And if you can't afford a new console, how are you? You're not penalized on Xbox. Now, of course, we know that playing cloud isn't the ultimate gaming experience, but for somebody who can't afford or hasn't been able to get a hold of an Xbox next-gen console, then they got way of cloud to at least present those games to themselves and have some fun while they can.
Facts.
All Microsoft is trying to do is make sure they get enough people on Xbox. That's all that they're trying to do, right? So what do we have out here, people? Okay, J-Rock, I ask you this question all the time, right? Chit Chat community. I ask y'all this question all the time, right? Where do we go as Xbox fans? Where do we go? If we don't have each other, where do we go? Y'all just saw on the news, right? Donkeys are there asking Phil Spencer the dumbest question.
Still asking if the game's coming to PlayStation.
Right. This is when you're watching Phil Spencer and you see him laugh,
bro. I've never seen news anchors so invested in where a game could be played in my life.
Right. Listen, for years we've been talking about this community.
They don't ask Nintendo these questions.
No.
Do you think Mario could be played at a future date on say an Xbox or a PlayStation?
They never asked Nintendo that. They never asked Sony.
You think The Last of Us is coming to Xbox in a future date, or you're keeping it exclusive?
They never asked those sort of questions.
Right.
Xbox did. So why are you guys keeping your games exclusive to your platform or your ecosystem? You think we could one day see it on PlayStation? When? You're going back on your I mean, this is a joke, man. This is a joke at this point.
This is what happens when you got Big Bang putting you on a leash, and now you're sitting there questioning and not knowing, what's going on in the future.
And this is
the acquisitions happen.
Spartan, and this is why I say this industry is a joke, man. And the more you analyze it, this is a joke. The more time passes by, I take less and less of these people seriously. They're no better than the people they claim to hate, which is console warriors or people they call
toxic. On it.
They're just as toxic as all those people they hate. They just hide it behind badges and positions in these companies or in these outlets. Oh no, I'm a game reviewer. I'm unbiased. No, you're biased as fuck. When I see your reviews and you say, I haven't finished the game yet, but I can't see it being more than a 6.
Right.
Yeah, that motherfucker's stupid. For like I was mentioning, this is my first RPG game.
Bro, where do we do this at? Do we go to movie reviewers and be like, give me your review? Well, I only seen 15 minutes and I only watched
the trailer. The movie's garbage.
The opening scene, and then I walked out. This movie's trash. Like, come on, bro.
A proper review.
Nowhere else do they do this.
This is how a proper review is. This game stated, hey, you could pick, like, after you finish it the first time, you could go in as another character, whatever, right? And properly finish this game, you have to have at least, since it's an open world RPG, you need 3 runs due to the character traits, development, and skill set. You have to complete not only when you start the mission, all the quests, then you move on with the mission after you finish all the quests in level 1. Then you finish level 1, then you go level 2, then you go finish everything, then you go finish level 2, then level 3. That's what none of them have done that. None of them. It took me 7 hours just to get to know the game and start the story the way it should be.
Bro, I've seen reviews that they did the reviews after 6 hours. But I know gamers who would spend 11 hours on the first planet alone.
Right. Look, man. I spent over $300-something for the Constellation Edition. There's not a soul on this earth that's gonna rush me of my gaming experience. Not one. All right. Never been rushed in my life about any video game, and these donkeys ain't gonna do it today. They're just wasting their time. You know, with me, donkeys are just wasting their time. I just like messing with them because they're on Twitter. If you don't want legal, and listen, I don't go anywhere. I just stay right on my post, right? They come to my post. So don't look at me like I'm starting anything. I don't start nothing. I got a post that I'm legally bounded to use freely on social media. I'm not attacking people, race, color, creed. I don't care what you do in the privacy of your home. You know, I ain't into all of that. I'm not debating on who wants to be president of this country. Care less about all of that. Right? I leave that up to people who want to worry about the world. I don't worry about the world. I have enough worries on my own in my own day. So I don't worry about the world. The world will take care of itself.
Right.
It's got enough people to hold up signs. The dead will bury the dead. It's got enough. I don't have to worry about that stuff, right? If the world is as smart as it say it is, then it should be able to take care of issues on its own. I can just coast through this thing called life. If the world can't take care of itself, then we're all going to find out. But in the meantime, the new legal's going to be on his Twitter talking about Xbox, making donkeys mad, right?
Long gone are the days of Game Informer, these outlets who actually put in the time to review. Now these people, man, as a consumer, right, as a customer, and I'm going in for a product, I just want you to review the product. Tell me what the product is about. I don't give a damn about your belief system, your sexual orientation, your politics. I don't need to hear none of that. Tell me about the product. The product.
Always an agenda.
I don't care about the product maker. I don't care. I don't want to know how many shits the product maker took, or if it got some sort
They're
of bowel
using
syndromes,
pronouns.
or I don't care if he got some STDs or a criminal record. I don't care about that. I care about the product he put out and that you're reviewing. Just
Don't
review
care
the
about your
product.
views about the company or anything.
Right. Just review the product. That's your job. Review the product. I don't care about anything else. Keep that shit separate.
You know what?
But nah, they can't do that. It's a 4 out of 10. He didn't clip his toenails this morning.
Right.
Like what the
panel?
Right.
You know what we gotta
man,
do?
keep that. Get out of here with that nonsense, man.
I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna go and make my own critic site. By all means, you guys join me, and then we're gonna be actually reviewing games, and we're gonna go in depths and critique it to a T and let them know what it's all about.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do that ourselves. Hell, if Jim Sterling could do it,
yeah.
Hey,
why not
y'all.
us?
Some of y'all fussed about it. Why not go ahead and use this as the opportunity to bring back the old Game Pro way of rating stuff, where you used to do like the 0 out of 5 for like sound, graphics, gameplay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you even better, Fireballs, right? Go out there and buy the game and make it sell out. Right? You see what happened with Starfield, right? Because see, there's a difference between the communities, right? And let's just be honest. Let's talk about these communities. There's some people who don't like to talk about these communities. They want to make it seem like people are just deranged when they select a video game brand that they want to play their video games on. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't care. I'm just telling you where I like to play, right? That's all we're doing. We're just telling each other what we like to play. Other than that, I'm not everywhere. And you don't have to like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not
bad. I got a
everywhere,
call.
right?
I'm back.
So it's like, if you like to be everywhere, then you don't have time to be on Twitter. Be what you say you are. If you're a multi-console owner, then you have more on a plate. Get to playing those games. I should never see you. But the fact that we see you says it all to me. It says it all to me, right? So there's things about Nintendo that are just too funny to even mention, but we'll mention it. Nintendo has services for old ass games that we've been playing for over 25 something years, right? They charge you. They charge you by the year. We all know if you have a Nintendo, then you know the services that I'm talking about, right? None of your old controllers, only special ones that are made, come along with you where you can play it on the console, where you can use it on the Switch, right?
Right.
9 times out of 10, all your old controllers don't work no more. And if you move on to something else, it doesn't even need controllers. Like your Switch mobile, the new Switch, the little Switch now, portable Switch, you don't even have to have anything with it anymore. It's just a little screen, you walk around. That's Nintendo today. Because we know really that if Nintendo makes a console, they're not going to make that money. We already know these truths. So Nintendo's best bet is to always be hybrid. If we can sell some consoles, good. But they know that the handheld department, the mobility of gaming, is their bread and butter. Okay, I'm not walking around in America, right? I'm not walking around in my streets. I'm not going anywhere walking around with a damn Switch in my hand. That's unrealistic where I'm from. I don't see nobody walking around with Switches. Nobody. Not even little kids. Nobody. All right? So most people are using their Switch for console use. Now, if you're using your Switch for console use, 9 times out of 10, you're putting up with 720p. You know, the same things that they make fun of all the other consoles with. It's okay on Nintendo. No, it's not okay with me. I don't care if Nintendo can't make a problem. I don't even have 720p TVs. It's supposed to output 1080p. Bro, that's it overclocking. 1080p is too much for it. It's struggling with 1080p. 30 frames per second. We make fun of that, but we don't make fun of it. And y'all know where I'm about to go. We don't make fun of it if it's Nintendo. Oh, you know, it's Nintendo. It's okay.
Facts.
What's up, Gia? Welcome.
They pulling
Welcome,
all sorts
girl.
of crap
Good to see you.
out their ass on that Switch 2 coming.
Right.
They about to be disappointed.
Look, they're gonna make handheld. Listen, if you're in the handhelds, you don't have nothing to worry about because NVIDIA GeForce now solidifies all that. If this handheld ain't 4K something, I don't even want to talk about it. It's what everybody else is doing. So I'm just gonna sit back and wait. We already have a Zen 3 handheld. What are they gonna have? A Zen 8? All right, well, we'll see what Nintendo does. I'm excited to see. I will see, but I'm not getting another handheld. You can miss me with that. I'm good. Because they already said one thing that made me say, I'm good. You know what they said? Oh, we're redoing Zelda Breath of the Wild, and we're gonna make it more valuable. Next article, whatever. You can't get me. See, this is what Xbox is doing. Xbox is giving me new IPs. They're not regurgitating their library to me over and over again, selling me better versions over and over and over again.
Facts.
If you like that, get a Nintendo. I will clap for you. But here's what you're not going to do. The reason why I came over there and talked about Breath of the Wild early on, shout out to my man Six Slayer. The reason why I talked about the Switch with with Tears of the Kingdom is because I saw the performance and I didn't make excuses for it. Just like Redfall, right? I didn't make excuses for it. But I can tell you which one plays better. Redfall. That's a fact. So for gamers, right? We judging games not by their skin color. We're judging games by the content of their character. So if I gotta judge Nintendo's Tears of the Kingdom by its character, it's underperforming, even at a handheld, even because it's guaranteed 30 frames per second, 1080p. What? On the dock. You're not getting that on the dock. You didn't hear articles talk about that? Nah. They because they're not gonna do it, right? The only time you're gonna hear a big fuss is when Microsoft doesn't do something right. I want somebody to tell me all the articles that were made and how much. No, that was on. Man, I was over there on Unlimited Productions show 2 days ago. Man, they was killing it, bro. You want to talk about having your shit together? They had the numbers of how many articles were done based on Starfield. They had articles, y'all, the numbers of articles. It was hilarious that the whole industry was so fixated on Starfield.
Yeah, look, listen, the ponies got Baldur's Gate 3, right? They still talking about Starfield.
Right.
They don't even
we knew, right? We knew that they wasn't in the Baldur's Gate because they didn't know nothing about Baldur's Gate 1 or 2. They were fronting. We knew that.
They never talked about the
and I'll
first
be
or
even
second
more
one.
serious.
Right,
I'll be even more serious, J-Rock. You don't come talking to us about Baldur's Gate 3 when you can't even do your own games. When you can't even do Forspoken, when you can't even do your so-called first-party game, third-party game that they told you to go out here in the world and profess first-party for your Final Fantasy 16. Y'all ain't even taking care of those games, but you want us to look at you and take you serious, right?
Right. Suddenly 6 million of them are gonna go out and purchase Baldur's Gate.
Right.
Only 3 purchased Final Fantasy.
These Sony fanboys are all broke, man. I'll be honest with you guys. With the cost, these guys 90%. Put it this way: realistically, right now, our generation, the new generation, playing video games. Our generation, we're all settled. We're all making our money. We're all making good enough for our pension. The new generation can't even afford to pay their cell phone bills, let alone pre-order a game. They went there instead of pre-ordering a full game.
Shit.
You know, this instead of going there and pre-ordering the full game, like for $90, right? They could only afford to pre-order the premium edition for $50 and get a
Look,
refund.
Spartan, they're not even doing that. They're not buying games.
They're broke.
Yeah,
they're not buying games, Spartan.
The president already said they're not.
Right. It's not right. The thing is this, Spartan. They're not buying new games. The key word is new.
Yeah, I saw more gameplay of 2K than I did of Baldur's Gate from PlayStation fans.
They can't. They can't afford it.
But watch this. But watch this, Spartan. They don't like when me and J-Rock talk about the industry. They don't like J-Rock, right? They don't like me. They don't like anybody else out there.
Well, that's because we know who they truly are.
Right.
That's why.
They don't like anybody who can stand on their own 10 and shoot straight at the industry, right? So we sat here. I don't know why they think we got 2 eyes, man. We got the internet. We're literally looking at this stuff. We sat here and watched the industry, right? Here's the funny part. Rate this game a 97. Okay, you got your little PCs. We got you. Talk about how great it was. Okay, cool.
And none of them talked about the performance issues in Act 3. None of them.
That J-Rock, what does that tell you? Listen. I want everybody to watch this.
It tells me one thing.
Jadakiss and Styles P bounce.
Right? It tells me a few things. I've been told you that fix was in. I've been told you.
Just review the game at 97, everybody, right?
Either they didn't play up to Act 3.
Come on with it.
Or there's an agenda.
There you go.
That they're hiding.
You can't look.
I told you the fix was in.
They so-called gamers, right? The fact that we're talking gaming journalists and we're using the word gamers in the same sentence is laughable. But we got them rating a 97. Do y'all know what a 97 is on Metacritic? See, they don't even know what they just did to Metacritic. They use their same platform to throw jabs, but they just ridiculed the whole essence of Metacritic. They don't even realize how bad they make Metacritic look now. You gave Baldur's Gate 3 a 97. You didn't even get past Act 3. We all know this. Same thing they did with Redfall, right? They came out here talking about how Redfall was a gaudy contended game. And then the minute when real Xbox gamers came on social media to critique it, all we said was, we don't want it to come out in 30. We would love for it to come out in 60. When they saw that, they knew then, oh, if we got Xbox guys saying it, now let's make articles and say it's a failure because it didn't hit 60s. And I know what I'm talking about because I was one of the first people to critique it. Not that I was dissing the game, but because I knew what was going to happen if Microsoft dropped the game at 30. If Microsoft can't sustain, the industry is going to make sure it makes it look like it's the worst thing that ever happened since Ebola, right? So we waited. I said, nah, man. And JyzalGaming knows this. I don't think the industry is going to be this goofy, JyzalGaming. JyzalGaming said, just wait. I didn't even get out of I didn't even get to work good. JyzalGaming sent me a picture on my phone. And at the bottom of the picture, here were the words that JyzalGaming texted me. What did I say? What did I say? I'm sitting on my phone looking, and I said, damn, the industry is this goofy? Like, they're really going to destroy this game because it's at 30. Now, is the game a great game? No. Look, man, the game got 7s and 6s. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this. Redfall, as horrible as it was, right? Came out, what, 68 or something? Remember, it was something like that. It was in the yellows. Mm-hmm. That's the same, almost the same number that this doofus gave Starfield at IGN. Are y'all feeling me now? Are you seeing where I'm coming from? Mm-hmm. Starfield got criticized. Oh, it's the worst game. But we knew. Me, Beast, JyzalGaming, Games Heroes, Steve Bilko. We knew otherwise because we literally played it in 4-player co-op. Watch this. Something that they didn't even do. When they was reviewing the game, they didn't review the game at its greatest aspect. The greatest aspect of Redfall is its 4-player option. They didn't even do that. And they wanted gamers to listen to what they said and run with it. So I'm very proud of the Xbox community once again that said we're not listening to that. We want to see what this new IP is about. They started playing it because it doesn't hurt nobody. It's on Game Pass. And let's shout out the Game Pass because Game Pass is the bulletproof, right? It's the Kevlar, it's the Teflon of all this hate. Because when Microsoft drops a game day and date, that is the emerald green fortress right there that you cannot penetrate. Because a gamer is going to look and say, I'm about to play this game. What hurt does it have for me to try this game out? That game was sitting at number 12 in the top 20 and number 2 around the world. And then after a week, it was labeled a commercial success, even though Metacritic had it down in the 50s. Once again, Xbox community, you saved a game. When the industry that lied to you, right? The industry was conflicted, not you. The industry, oh, this is a gaudy contention game to, oh, this is the worst game. Bro, you wasn't conflicted. You, the gamer, went out, played the game, and said, you know what, it's not perfect. There's some things that need to be improved in this game. But a 68? No, it's not a 68. I even came out and said, I got it at a 7. The frame rate was my issue, but damn, I played it and it's buttery smooth. Damn, I don't even know if I can even talk bad about whatever they did with this 30 frames because it's smooth. So I bumped it up to 7.5 and I left it at that. I said the game needs improvement. Get the 60 frames per second out. Put more enemies. We need deeper stories. And as for one that beat the game, right, on the hardest level, I can say this. Shout out to Tech, right? That's it. It's a good, listen, Tech, it's a good co-op game. It's a great co-op game, beautiful, right? But if you get to the end of that game, right, regardless of what setting you played on, I was just letting you know. And look, I didn't even know I was on the hardest thing because I was playing with my friends. We all had it on that hardest level, but I forgot we put it on there because we went in with 4 players. We figured we could whoop it. regardless what difficulty it is, we're going to whoop it, right? So I forgot it was even on the hardest difficulty. But if you get to the end, right, off of my experience, that is how every boss should have been on that game. When I tell you they're throwing everything at you, that's how it should have been. That feeling that I got, I said, man, this is how this game should be. If this game has this much action, man, it's going to be all right when they do it. And then the beautiful part is what Deploy says. Xbox don't give up on their games. Somebody said that. That was the realist. The realist said, if y'all know anything about Xbox, see, that's that language, right? If you know anything about Xbox, you know that Xbox don't give up on their games. And then you get the interview with Phil Spencer, and he repeats that. He says, you know, he said it. I'm not a firm believer of just giving up on our games. So Redfall's not over with. And if you beat Redfall, you would definitely know that it wasn't over with. If you beat the game, you know that it's not over with because it lets you know it's not over with. So Deploy says an Xbox supports their games, unlike Sony. It already had graphic updates and AI just missing the 60 frames. That's right. They just got to get, all they got to do is make this one an introduction. We already know the backstory to it. So the backstory had nothing to do with Xbox team. This was a Bethesda situation. My only criticism of Microsoft was that they did not investigate what was going on and then say, you know what? Let's hold this game back. Let's see what we can do to help and look and set up a good plan. We're not running $1 trillion company. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like I have the wisdom to tell people what they should have done. Come on, man. Like I said, I'm not in that era. I'm not a thinker of businesses. I'm a gamer. The only thing that matters to me, shout out to Silver Afro. The only thing that matters to me, Dia, right, is the game performing right, and I'm having a good time with my experiences. That's all we care about. If they think we care about sales, I don't know what they think we are. We're Xbox fans. We don't care about console sales. That's a given. Because if we cared about console sales, we wouldn't be Xbox fans. There's reasons. If you don't understand, if you didn't own an Xbox and you got on that Starfield, you understand why we're Xbox fans today. Look what Metacritic could not do. No matter what the setup was for Metacritic, it landed around an 86. It's the hottest game out. I don't think we've ever seen this before. Well, 97 on Metacritic, that game ain't even being played. I'm going to say that one more time. A 97 rated game. And like I said, I don't think y'all understand what 97 means on Metacritic. That's GOAT numbers. There's not many games that ever scored 97 in our lifetime. The foolishness to put Baldur's Gate 3 at a 97 just made Metacritic. Dude, look, man, from that point on, the day they did that, I'm literally telling y'all, you can't take Metacritic. If you take Metacritic seriously, from this day on, you're the fool. You're the idiot. You're the damn right dumbass idiot if you do that. Because the 97 games previously are the games that everybody is playing. The majority of gamers are playing it, and they crowned it a 97. This wasn't crowned by the gamers. That 97 was crowned by the industry because it was attacking Xbox game. The thing is, nobody was talking about Baldur's Gate 3. In the words of my man, Games Heroes, nobody asked for that shit. The PlayStation fans did it. Let me tell you the list of games.
Let me tell you how crazy it's getting, nigga. Let me tell you something right quick, right? It's getting so out of pocket right now that these people are purchasing. First, they review bombing on Metacritic, the user score. Metacritic isn't doing anything about that. They're not controlling that. If it was The Last of Us, they get a call, yo, shut it down. They shut it down. You can't even post a review. But for Starfield, they're letting everything go through. They even using our names to put down the reviews. They said, oh, the new legal gave it a 0 out of 10. JyzalGamingTV gave it a 0 out of 10. Spartan gave it a 0. They're using our names. This is what the ponies are doing, right? Now you go over to Steam. They say Steam is the gold standard of reviews, right? They're buying the game, reviewing it, and then asking for a refund, and then using the percentage of the refund numbers and be like, oh, look at all the people refunding the game. Look at all the people. They must have not liked. No, it's just you guys doing that. You're buying it, reviewing it, asking for a refund, and then using it as ammunition. These are the lengths these people are going to.
If you're
It's
using me
it's
and
insane.
JyzalRock for review bombers,
And they think we don't know that's what they're doing.
JyzalRock,
That's why I'm not even paying any mind to it.
If they're using our name for review bombers, then we have hit our highest apex of tier buckets. I didn't even realize that I'm hurting donkeys this bad. You just made my esteem level go way up now. Now I'm almost conceited, but I gotta humble myself, JyzalRock. I can't get lost being conceited. That's wrong. I gotta think a little lowly of myself. Don't come out here telling me that legal's making these donkeys do that much work, man. Don't tell me that, man. Damn.
Legal.
Don't do that.
You had him spring cleaning on a Tuesday. Remember that one? Sitting there getting his collage out of his closet.
Oh my!
Spring clean out the closet, fam. That's how bad they are right now. These Sony fanboys are sitting there creating our names and reviewing it as zero. They don't, and like I said, they're broke with no jobs.
They need to hurry up and get them Spider-Man 2, which they'll be done with in a couple days, and then right back on the Starfield, right?
Resident Gaming Zero. You know what I've never done, bro? You know what I've never done? I never reviewed a game online ever. Resident, I don't care. You want to know how I review a game, Resident? I play it, and then I go out and talk about it. I don't go on social media to give no review score about no game. If anything that I do, I'll play the game, put it on my channel. That's my way of giving back to the devs who worked so hard to make this game. That's my way of giving back to say, look, I'm even going to put your game on my little channel, but it's the least I can do because I like your game. And if anybody looks at it and they like it and it makes them buy it, then, hey, man, I'm all for it. I'm not a hater. If I don't like a game, I don't even review bomb it. That's goofy to me, bro. Like, that's too many.
The thing is, if you don't like it, you don't talk about it.
Right, JyzalRock and Boss. That's too much extra feelings that I don't have. That's too much extra emotion.
That's too much extra energy, man. That's other shit to do.
I have the energy, Boss. When it comes to a female, I have that extra energy, Boss, right? But I don't have the extra emotions. I don't have that to go online and tell people that this game sucks and review bomb a game. That's not a part of my anatomy, famo. I can't even fathom the thought of me doing something that goofy. And I've been gaming for all my time.
I'm gonna make a list of all the propaganda.
Yo, we got Hebot in the building,
game, bro.
Well, Hebot.
This has been insane.
Hebot in the building.
Oh, look at Hebot.
Yep. Thank you, Hebot. Right. Appreciate you, bro. I was trying to get Unlimited Productions on here. He must be busy.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to do the Texas connection. But no, man, and Hebot, y'all killed it on y'all show. Unlimited came in with so much firepower. I really didn't even have to say anything. I just could have been a guest and just sat there. Y'all destroyed it. Y'all had y'all stuff down, man. The numbers to everything. Y'all had that trigonometry down to the pack. Salute.
Bro, this game has the extreme left and the extreme right up at arms.
All at once.
You got one side complaining about pronouns. You got the other side complaining about trans rights, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here, bro?
And
that's the world. That's the world we live in now.
You got the people, and
everybody wants to be seen.
Both sides are upset. I don't know what's going on. They inserting their politics into it.
JyzalRock, the only confusion that we have, right, boss? Right, everybody?
I'm just playing the
We just
game.
wanna play the game and have fun.
For
Right.
real, man.
We
Like,
don't understand where all this
All the
other
full
stuff is
outrage.
coming from.
I saw one guy crying because of it said him. This
Right.
guy started crying, just oh God.
Right.
What am I?
I'm
You got
very
the other one.
those, man.
Oh
Like,
man, this shit is insane.
may God bless them. I'm
Yo,
very
I got one better, Spartan. I got one better, J-Rod. J-Rod forgot the key one.
key.
Starfield ain't representing black folks right.
Right. Not
Oh, come on with
Dude, I ain't post them up. I took a
right.
few good
They're not
screenshots where I was
representing
like,
black
well, I'm about to say,
folks.
like, what the hell they
Is
talking about?
again white supremacists.
Yeah.
I was like,
Starfield
Lord,
got
Damn, they're
everybody.
grasping
The
at
Klan,
every
the Black
straw, bro.
Panthers.
to be
everything
Starfield
they could throw, anything they could throw at this game, they're trying to throw at it.
They
From
are
whites, it's
representing.
racist. It's not representing black folk. There's white supremacists. There's
Boundaries, the
This-
title
this book-
screen.
yeah,
Hey,
there
how
are
about this?
boundaries. We
How about
can't
this?
land
It's supposed
on
to be
gas
science fiction.
giants.
Swaggy
Where's-
D102, baby. This is hilarious.
It's supposed to be
we can't
science
land
fiction.
on-
Where's the
Bro,
alien
we can't
people? Where's the
we
blue
can't land
people?
on gas giants. There's boundaries
The
when you
planets
walk
are empty.
Look.
That guy sitting there landing on the sun.
What
You wanna-
the hell, Tech?
I'm sad.
What the
because
hell,
I
Tech
get
talking
mixed
about?
Let's
What the hell are you talking
frozen
about?
giant. Let's go to a frozen giant and ski there. Like that. They're serious. Oh my
King
God.
trash,
Hey,
volcanoing
Tech,
again.
they gonna put you. Hey, you gotta play it a little bit longer, man. You gonna get
Bro, and then when they
representation,
came
man. Don't worry,
out
brother.
with the numbers, right? There's over 1 million concurrent players or something like that, or was it 2 million actually playing it in early access? They're like, oh my God, they try to confuse concurrent for sales. They're like, there's only 1 million sales. 6 million comes out. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't even matter,
It
bro.
doesn't-
The fact that
Bro, the
look,
switch up's been
J-Rock,
so
look,
crazy,
look.
bro.
I want to be
They-
Smitty.
And you
Open
got
up the
people
book of X on
lying
this.
about playing the game,
Right.
talking about they did a burning body mission. I'm like,
Right.
Lord have
Yeah,
mercy.
man.
Smitty Smith, open up the book of X on this one, right? This is the other, and look, we slow cooking the show today. Oh, don't worry. It just got it. Listen, man, I got this thing on simmer. We simmering this show, so don't worry.
Legal,
Look.
you know things are out of control when Paul Tassi is like, Lord have mercy, a 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10.
Bro.
I don't know what the hell you guys are playing. He's like, I've never seen anything like this in my life. I'm like, damn, Paul Tassi.
Look, man,
you know things are bad when he's talking.
It's bad out here, J-Rock. It's just, if this doesn't tell you, right, people, this is what we've been saying, right? Microsoft, I don't know how much more proof that you need. I don't understand
Legal.
it, right?
But legal,
Just
where are
go
the
for
fake
what you
neutrals?
know, Xbox. Don't worry about the pity patty. I don't want to hear nobody else in the industry bring up the word console wars. Stop it. Console wars generates these consoles. But
Facts.
Microsoft, I have to give you props. You have transcended what I was born upon. You've transcended it. So, and I love it. I love the fact that you got video games on cloud. I love the fact that you got video games on screens. I love the fact that you got video games on monitors. I love the fact that you got video games on my OLED and on consoles and PCs and handhelds. That doesn't bother me. Yes, go play video games. That doesn't bother me. Look, but let's stop with the BS. Let's stop acting like Microsoft didn't make a masterpiece with the Xbox Series X and S. Let's stop it. These two consoles.
Hey Phil, are y'all gonna do a pro? Is a pro coming? Huh? Sony's gonna do a pro.
These two consoles are perfectly done, and they complement each other very well because you can't get a $299 anything as a console that does what that S does. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found, right? And they did not hurt you with the tech because you chose the $299 one. What's up, Swaggy? Look,
$299, sometimes $150.
That's
depending
right.
on where you look.
That's right. Microsoft is trying to take care of gamers. It took them a while. It
You know,
took them a while. And
ho-
we've heard it
before
from
you even go any
everybody.
further, legal. Before you even go any further,
Go
what you're
ahead.
just talking about, right?
Mhm.
If this industry, right, is for the industry and for gamers, right? Wouldn't they be pushing the Series S because it's the most affordable thing, so you could get more gamers into this industry that you claim to love so much, so they
Right.
could experience the great art that you claim is so great and so intrinsic and so touching and riveting and all this nonsense these guys be spewing and these fake neutrals be spewing about why they love gaming, because they don't really love gaming anymore. They're not for the gamers anymore. They're for their
I'm a,
bottom dollars. They're for the bottom line. Anything for
I'm,
the clicks, anything for the clicks and what's going to drive revenue for them and their sites and their YouTube channels, and that's what they do. They don't care. These people don't
and,
care about you getting the best deal in gaming, you getting uh the cheapest console that is affordable, especially in this economy for families and people, because they love the world so much, and they're these humanitarians when they need to be humanitarians for clout, right? But when it's really when you really press them, they're not about none of that they speak on Twitter and anything like that. And furthermore, where are these fake neutrals, right? When I say copy and paste with a video from IGN, I had all these devs come out and attacking me, right? All these devs with their pitchfork. Oh my god! You even had Cliffy B coming at me, right? For using an IGN video and showing that they're using the same assets, right? Whatever. But when the whole industry starts attacking a game, there's where the fake neutrals at? We're the game
see,
developers. Well,
like,
listen, you don't know the technicality behind this, and you don't know what you're talking about. How can you give this game a 4 out of 10 and a 5 out of 10 and a 6? You don't know what you're talking about. They're nowhere to be found. They hush mouth.
because I say it, there is no such thing as a fake neutral.
Yeah,
Everybody
you are.
has preferences, no matter
That's
what it is, be it
that's right.
sandwich meat, be it football team,
Right.
be it your favorite brand of golf ball. Everybody
Right.
has
Mm-hmm.
preferences.
Right.
That's
Thank you.
human.
Thank you.
That's
Right.
all it is.
What
I mean,
Yeah,
is
you are
Grumps, right?
let me tell
exactly
you
right.
something. In this house
You
right here,
guys know Grumps,
this
right?
house right here, don't you dare say Ford in this house. My old man will blow his fucking top.
Right. That's right.
That's
We're from the South. You know how it is with the Chevy
You're a
and Ford
Chevy
thing.
guy. You're a
Ain't
Chevy guy,
nobody
right?
goes crazy over that.
it.
That's just the way it's always been.
Listen,
Yeah.
right? We got developers like Grums, right? Or former developer like Grums on Twitter and whatnot. You know
Dude,
the whole bus
dude,
and all
I'm
that.
gonna
That
tell you
man
what.
was that man was sitting down there looking at Metacritic user scores. Talking about they're coming in hot. Look, I see a bunch of
Grump, dude,
zeros
listen,
out of
Grumps
10.
did what he did
Bro,
because he
but
is salty, he is bitter because of what
right.
happened with his own
But this is
career,
the point,
and
right?
looking at
This is the
someone
point.
who we rubbed elbows with, shooting up to the top and still
Mm-hmm.
alive and thriving while he's sitting there in his basement plucking away at a keyboard. No, that was vitriol. That was
Yeah.
pure piss and vinegar because he was salty and he could only figure out the best way to strike back and to
Mm-hmm.
basically just be his own little big
Thank you.
baby. That's all it was, man.
But here's the point, right? You think Grums is the only developer out there like that?
J Rock,
He's
Dude,
just a
all
one-off
you
guy?
Jaffe
all
shocked
you're
me.
doing, all
Jaffe
J
of all
Rock is
people
doing,
shocked me.
look, all J Rock is doing is confirming what other people lie about. Let me tell you something. This is the truth. We gotta say no names because they know who they are. You got influencers out here, right? That act like they really on the up positive, but they be having people losing their minds on Twitter. They got people yelling and screaming on Twitter, calling them names and threatening to hurt themselves and all this other dumb stuff, right?
How
It's
about
it's
that one dude a few
it's
months ago who
crazy
had
out
that
here,
knife
right?
to his head?
It's crazy out here, right? But in the same breath, right? And look, grown people are grown people. Ain't nobody making nobody do anything, right? But the standard's not the same because we tend to think that because it's somebody else that the holding accountability is different when it's not. You got people going on legitimate trolling airspaces. That's what I call them because all they doing is shooting hot air, right? And they'll lie to that whole community and tell the community that it's a conspiracy theory, all this other stuff, right? That the industry is not biased. Just like that. Because they're in a position where their hands is out. Newsflash. We are not the same. We are not the same. We just got audio before this show even started of a person that works in the industry. Instead of you guys, because you guys are supposed to be these influencers out here, right? You guys are supposed to be the stormtroopers. You guys, I guess, I don't even know what y'all are out here for. I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let me be truthful on that. I don't even know what the fuck they're out here for. Right. But
remember what I warned y'all about. I told you a good chunk of those are not even PlayStation people. I've been with them crowds, dude. I'll shut up, but I told you about that.
Right. Let's just say, for the goodness of our hearts, Fireballs. See, and listen, y'all. Fireball's been in the industry. All right. So anything that Fireball says when it comes to inside the industry, I'm listening to him, right? Or anybody else. Yo, shouts to Zinc, man. Shouts to Zinc, other Zinc. Yo, Dia, if you can reach out to Zinc, bring him in. Shouts to Zinc, man. I ain't got nothing but respect for Zinc, right? We need. Oh, shouts to Blue. Shouts to Blue on Twitter. Shouts to my brother Old School. We need people like these. People who understand PCs, people who go deep dive, they understand that deep dive language that typical gamers don't understand. People who've been in businesses that understand how businesses are ran. They understand that language. Shout out to all of y'all and all of y'all that dwell in our Xbox community that help us out a lot. So shout outs to people like that. We have a brother here, Fireballs, that can give us insight on certain things that we don't know or never known about. So I appreciate you on that aspect, boss. These people, man, what J-Rock basically has determined is that there's bias in the industry. But we've been the thing about it is, man, the industry wants to give off this facade. Yeah, we heard Alana Pierce, right? We heard her. We understand that people have jobs in the industry. We are not the same. I don't have a job in the industry. We heard you loud and clear, Lana. People don't care about the console wars. Why should they when they are trying to make a living, Alana? You're not, see, your validations are not even making any sense. They're not even worth speaking on, right? Because you made a video, regardless of how stupid the guy was, for bringing up you should be fired. Well, guess what, Alana? Newsflash. They said Phil Spencer ought to be fired. They didn't like Major Nelson as a hype man. They ain't like Aaron Greenberg as a marketer. Listen, you're not the only person on Twitter, on a social media platform, that's ever been criticized. Like, Alana, you know your crowd. You know your crowd. And you lied to the people, right? You lied about how you block people. You lied. Because of those 700, I'm one of them. And I never bothered you. I just called you out. And I'm going to prove a point. I'm going to prove a point. Because this was beautiful what I found. So that everybody that thinks I'm lying, listen, and let me make this clear. I'm just an Xbox gamer that loves the Xbox community, right? I ain't a bad person. There's 1,000 some odd people that checks me off as that. There's 1,000 some odd people that supports Di-RRec gaming. I don't need 100,000 to certify me. I don't need that. I want y'all to hear what's on the internet about this specific situation that I got blocked from her on, because on Twitter she made it an appointment like she did to come on Twitter to talk about Game Pass. All right? Yes, I do, Hebot. Yes, I do. I remember all of this stuff, Hebot. Yes.
Now watch what happens. Watch what happens when the industry switches over and it starts turning the other way around, and then they're gonna start crying to us, talking about, oh, this bias against PlayStation. Gonna gaslight their butts too.
The Xbox community is not invested into that. And we don't care. Look, right, Tech, exactly.
Oh no, the actual community isn't. I'm telling you, it's the certain ones that were the troublemakers, the pot stirrers.
But we know them. They don't have an impact. They don't have an impact, bro. Look at our numbers. They don't have an impact. They're wasted air, bro. They only sound or make noise.
It ain't affecting us. I'm talking about it's going to be hurting the music.
Period. It's period. They only make noise to those that hear that noise. They think people are really hearing it. The majority of Xbox players have already spoken. They're playing Starfield, bro. Metacritic failed. Influencers failed. Haters failed. Everybody failed, bro. People are playing Starfield. So that's concluded. What I'm talking about is this situation where this is what I got blocked on. I didn't disrespect her. I didn't call her out of her name. I didn't do none of these things. I'm going to show people what they really just don't like. They don't like when anybody shows them their folly, their stupidity. See, as long as they got a mic platform, they'll use it to come all the way down to the underground. They choose and pick who they want to talk about. Whoever said Alana need to be fired, yes, is a dumbass. I'm agreeing with that, right? Because you're worrying about the wrong thing. I'm not going to ever get up here and worry about somebody's occupation, where they get their bread and butter from, right? That's not me. Like I said, I don't have emotions invested in that much energy, right? But I did see when she talked about Spider-Man, right? When she talked about Sony buying Insomniac, okay? I was there listening to it. This before I got blocked. So as a listener, right? As a listener, and I didn't ever say anything to her, I was okay. As long as I tuned in, listened to what she had to say, didn't say anything, I'm fine. Here's the problem. When she came up on Twitter, she said something on Twitter about me, but when she made a video about the two. Now, she praised when Sony bought Insomniac and that Spider-Man was going to be exclusive, right, to PlayStation. Because we all know that she's a Sony shield, bro. I don't care what she says. I don't know why they just can't be proud about that. You call me an Xbox fanboy, I'm proud. This doesn't bother me. Yeah, I'm a fan of Xbox. Your definition of fanboyism is a totally different definition from me and my word of fanboyism. See, if you got fanboyism as a bad thing, then you need to change your scenery. You can't you can't stereotype an entire community with millions and millions of people on it, because the people that you hang around gives you negative vibes of being Xbox gamers. See where I'm coming from, y'all? Let me talk my stuff for a minute. Let me get real. That would be foolish, right? To systematically judge an entire group off of basing it off a criteria of the people that you know about or based off your experience. We all know that to be foolish, and there's a word for it. It's called stereotyping. I'm a man of definitions. I don't like all that goofy stuff. So the word stereotype is a real thing. So let's get to it. I said, listen, you came up on Twitter, which was your first mistake, right? You was good on your channel, but since you wanted to bring it to Twitter, you know, if I can recall, Lana, you was praising the Insomniac deal. You had no issues that Spider-Man was on PlayStation. And listen, Alana, you come from IGN. Other Zinc, thank you, brother, for coming. I appreciate you, bro. You need to find me, man, so I can get you on, because I need people to know more about you, bro. All right, we appreciate you. You know, we're not validating, right, Deploy, but we're not here to validate anybody's personal issues with other people in the industry. That's not what we're here. But people have stories to say. And I'm a firm believer that these influencers and these YouTubers, they've been riding off this empire the same way everybody else did. Their empires are not built upon the Xbox community. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. They won't prove me wrong. That's one thing that they won't do. What they will do is tell you how many people they know in the industry. We are not the same. Typical gamer could give a care less who you know in the industry. Because who you know in the industry ain't buying our games. They're not paying our light bills, car notes, house notes, property taxes, college funds, or any gas or anything else, your groceries. Who you know in the industry is not doing anything for the typical gamer, so we don't care. But what we do care about is when you show your biasness, because biasness does exist. Because somebody said it don't exist is real foolish. Not gonna say no names. They claim to listen. They know who they are. They know they lied to a bunch of people. They lied. You lied. You are a liar. There's been bias against Xbox in the industry. Now, you didn't have a problem with that being done, Alana, but you was confused about how Game Pass works. There's the YouTube video still up. You think Legal is lying? Look it up. I'm not going to do the research for you. Go look it up. Her confusing channel show is still up on YouTube. Still there. She's confused about how Game Pass, and look, tried to play this game. Tried to play this reverse psychology. I don't know why nobody's talking about it. Let me tell you something, y'all. That was probably the dumbest comment she could have said. Because that tells you right there when she said that, what kind of community she hangs around with. If she was hanging around the real Xbox community, the real Xbox community was talking about it, Alana. You come from IGN, so tell me or everybody else, where was Xbox fans going to talk about it at, Alana? What Xbox media outlet source that we got that's just Xbox, that only talks about Xbox? Where? Name them. Because we already know that the industry looks down upon that. Oh, if you only Xbox, oh, look at that. That's fanboyism. That's dumb. Because the facts is this. Majority of gamers have one console in this country. That's still the majority. You can look that up too. It's easy, people. Hey, listen, to all y'all that don't like to read or do your research, that's the beautiful thing about the industry and the internet. You want to know what? If a thought comes into your brain, you can type it. You got the energy to go after Xbox fans. We'll think of something intelligent that you don't know and type it and send it off across the web and hope that they give you an answer to it. And you can educate yourself. It's that easy. It's called the internet. These things that I know, I just typed a few words in and it gave me an answer. It's the internet. So you wanted to use that one, right? I don't know why people aren't talking about how great Game Pass is. What the hell are you talking about? We was talking about how great Game Pass was in 2016. When Ultimate came out 2017, a year later. We were the ones talking about, whoa, we get all these games. Xbox fans were talking about that. So you wasn't talking to the Xbox fans. You was talking to the industry. Well, tell us, when does the industry ever say uphold anything good on Xbox? Give me some clips. Show me consistency. So you went that route. But then soon as Bethesda was bought, the same energy was gone. And you want to know how I got the proof? That's what I got blocked on. Revealing that energy wasn't the same. And I told her, keep that same energy up. That's what I got blocked on, people. there was people in the streets that were vouching for me. It made me feel good because they saw that I didn't do anything wrong but fact check. I fact checked her. Now watch this. This is online. She's constantly pumping up and praising Game Pass and how awesome it is and what it means to gamers. If you're trying to spin her as some kind of Sony shield, you're off base. That's somebody on the internet that's speaking on her behalf. You do realize it isn't unheard of to like things the other console is doing. That's of course, that's never been an issue, right? While still being biased, right? I feel Game Pass is a good deal. I can see how some people may not. What damn gamer in their right mind would think Game Pass ain't right? Gamers, the more games they can get, the better they munch, the better they eat. What gamer in their right mind would look and say, the more games I can get for less, I don't understand that. That's bad. That's bad. Only donkeys had a hard time with that. So
Not even dumb. Not even dumb. Because the truth comes out. The truth comes out as soon as Sony raises the prices on them, right?
Exactly, bro.
A lot of them were like, "Well, why are you raising the price? You don't even do day and date." I said, "Oh, damn! Look at that."
Yeah, but how long? How long?
Internet, y'all.
How long does it last though? They do it for about a week and then they shut up and roll over.
They gotta get back on code. You know that.
Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Watch this. I'm validated right here. I think it was good call for Sony to buy Insomniac. I also think it was good call Microsoft to buy Cinemax. And I think Microsoft would be stupid to let Elder Scrolls or Fallout continue to release on PlayStation. That's an opinion, right? Listen, I don't have influence. Listen to what this person says. I don't have influence. Sounds like a lot of us, don't it? She has some. I don't see why it's good. Sony is keeping Insomniac games from coming to Xbox. Notice what that person says. What J-Rock, everybody, Spartan, Boss, Resident, Chit Chat, the viewers, show me an article that was showing anybody that Insomniac going to Sony and making Spider-Man exclusive was horrible in the gaming industry. Bring it, send it here. Watch this. Both companies should be criticized fairly when they both do the same things. Here was the next one. She worked at IGN, y'all. Come on. She worked at IGN, who recently admitted a pro-Sony stance to appease their readership. Let me repeat that again. This is in the same article talk. She worked at IGN, who recently admitted a pro-Sony stance to appease the readership. So the cat been out the bag, right? Everybody knows this about IGN because IGN admitted it. But there's no bias in the industry. Now watch this. But personally, the Bethesda acquisition makes me feel the same way she did about Sony and Insomniac. You see that? Do you see the sarcasm? So congrats to Microsoft for securing a certain IP such as Doom, Wolfenstein, Elder Scrolls, which I've associated with Xbox since the original console. I don't think we need to talk on this anymore.
And it was good. It was good.
That's what I got blocked for.
Oh.
All right. Go ahead, boss. I just wanted to clear up the story. That's my story with Alana Pierce. So when I see Alana Pierce, and I was told this is what she does. When the heat comes up, she got to make a YouTube about it, make herself look like the victim.
She's the queen on the chessboard, and she gets her knights and pawns after you.
Right.
And but yeah, I just wanted to say this real quick because I need to peel myself.
Go ahead, boss.
Is actually good. You know, spinning off what you said is actually good that Microsoft bought ZeniMax and everything like that. And see, it's like this. We all know, we've all seen the emails and everything in the court case that Sony was getting ready to try to lock up Elder Scrolls. They already locked up Ghostwire and
why did they do it, Fireball? Speak on it. There was a method behind the madness. Come on with it.
Come on now, everybody,
Come on
dude.
with it.
If y'all haven't realized it by now, it's the same ploy that they use to try to choke Sega out of the industry. They trying to do that to Xbox. Is they're trying to put the boot onto the throat. Unfortunately, that was
the
a mighty
reason
thick.
why they bought Cinemax? What was the reason why they bought? Activision? What was the reason? We have the court papers. What was the reason?
Because they knew that they were getting ready to lock up Starfield, and they saw they knew what Starfield was about to do. Look what it's doing right now. Now, see, here's the thing. What I'm getting ready to say is,
you missed it, boss. You was right there. They didn't know what Starfield.
Dude, my name is Professor X.
Look, watch, boss. They didn't know
what
Starfield was
speak
gonna do.
what it is you thinking about. What is it, man?
I'm gonna tell you. They did not know what Starfield was gonna do because there was gonna be a multi-plat. We on Xbox was gonna get Starfield regardless, so that wasn't the case, right, boss? Here's the reason why Microsoft bought Starfield. Sony was getting ready to block it. Sony is notorious for being Dikembe Mutombo out here. This is why Xbox fans was feeling like, damn, why all the time they get games and we can't get games? We didn't understand what was going on until we went to court. Then we realized Sony's been blocking all these damn games from coming to Xbox.
Yeah.
So who don't want to compete, boss?
That's what, man, dude. Okay, same thing, different way of putting it. But the bottom line is, what I was getting at is that it's good that they did this because of the fact that here's the deal. Just as we just saw with Baldur's Gate and everything like that, they over there do not play these type of games. There's not enough of them to play that. Starfield would have been marched out onto the lawn to just basically die.
Right. Baldur's Gate has a PC culture about it. Correct.
It would have been marched out there to die because it would have been starved for food and air and water.
Correct.
Because of the simple fact that, like, it's like they were going to lock it to one box, one yard. That means that the community that usually freebases off of anything from Bethesda, which is PC, they would have been locked away from that for 1 to 2 years. And from what it was looking like, it was probably going to be 2 years. So it wouldn't have gotten it, dude. It just wouldn't have gotten nowhere.
All right, let me go deeper than that. Watch this. Sony is all about perception. See, it was beautiful that I was over there with I'm glad Unlimited invited me over, right? Because they were on point. If y'all missed that show, go watch that show. Because if like I said, that's not gonna be a show. You neutral and you got all these feelings, bro. You ain't gonna watch that show. Because they murdered it 2 days ago, right? Here's the problem. PlayStation saw something that gained them momentum, and they marketed this about Microsoft. Xbox has no games. We went through that for about 5 years, people. That slogan was like 5 years deep. Microsoft got tired of that. They got tired of being ridiculed. But when they went deeper behind the scenes, they realized that Sony was really trying to keep games off of Xbox. So now it's not even about competition. It's about literally trying to destroy a brand. This is what this was out. Radius 96 is dead on it. It was to give Xbox this notion, and it was at the tipping point, boss. We didn't know it, but it was at the tipping point. Phil said, hell no, we got to do something now. We can't go another year, right, J-Rock, with this Xbox has no games. We can't do it. Not only do we owe it to ourselves, but we owe it to our fans, and so be it now. Because what they don't see is what we see, and Sony has crossed the line. So guess what? I laid it out there a long time ago. Big bank takes little bank. I knew one day, Microsoft, you was going to get fed up. Eventually, Microsoft, you're going to have to go where they can't go. If you want people to buy your consoles, like I said on the channel, where I said, I don't know why Phil came out apologizing. I didn't need Phil's apology. I just needed Phil to do what he's doing now. You make that game. You said that people would not buy an Xbox no matter how great of a game you put out. Phil Spencer told a lie. Out of all due respect, I, an Xbox gamer that I've been out here since the beginning, I know because I've seen them flip. They flipped during the 360 era. They bought the 360 because the 360 had the better experience and it had the better games on it. So Phil Spencer couldn't tell me that if you make a great Xbox game, that's not going to cause a PlayStation fan to buy an Xbox.
You know why he had to say that.
I know. Look, we know why he had to say it. And look what happened. And the beauty of it has blossomed. But just like Phil Spencer, I'm going to be just like him. We're not even going to let you know why he said it. If you ain't been paying attention, then you're still clueless. But the good point is, it has blossomed. So I know why. But the lie was still a lie. It was a business lie. We get it. We get it. We understand. But look what happened. They went out here and Starfield was what? A system seller. It's a system seller. Did it need a customized console, JyzalGamingTV? Did Microsoft have to come out here and give you a bundle? JyzalGamingTV, you're the bundle man, right?
Yeah,
Hey,
no
shut
bundles,
up,
bro.
JyzalGamingTV.
I told you that.
JyzalGamingTV's been so critical about Xbox bundling games because of Nintendo, right? Look at Nintendo. They don't bundle nothing legal. Look. JyzalGamingTV, let's clap for Microsoft.
Let's clap for him.
Look what Sony has to do. JyzalGamingTV, let's look over the field. They over there spinning webs for a console. They done put some decal on it, do some red and black paint. Look,
Upcharge the hell out of it.
On one side only. On one side only.
On one side only.
Hey,
right.
that secret showcase is coming, guys.
There you
And
go,
then-
Resident.
And then, hey, y'all getting on that 19 inches of Venom, right?
Right. Look what they doing, right?
Pause, yeah.
Right. Look what
That
they
was
doing,
crazy.
right? But
Venom,
look
got
what
Venom,
Sony-
got Venom in a smoker's jacket,
Yo,
inviting you into the
then
room.
you had
Laying across,
IGN come out
illegal,
and say,
illegal, laying
IGN
across
come
the
out
bed
and
with
say, we want
rose
all
petals.
19 inches.
Got a
Y'all
rose
what?
between his fangs.
I'm slow cooking. You can throw all the listen. It's all good. Y'all deserve what y'all say. Look, the Xbox
I'm sorry, man. I gotta go. I'll catch y'all later.
All right,
Thanks for
Five
having me.
Balls. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, Five Balls. Five Balls. Okay, he's gone. Look, I don't mind y'all. We slow cooking. Starfield is so great, so potent. They didn't even have to make a special console for it, James. James F. Young Jr., they didn't even have to make a special console for it. You know what they gave us? A wrap. They said, look, man, we'll give y'all a wrap. Y'all want a special console? Just put a wrap around it. James S. Young Jr. I hope Microsoft has scared Sony, literally scared the shit out of Jim Ryan. And Sony from blocking games. That's it. Now Microsoft will just buy the whole damn company. That's right. It was to let them know that here's Big Bank now. Now get in your place, get back in your line, right? And we'll compete. Because now we're going to show the world who's who. See, you think 2023 is bad. Just wait till 2024 gets here. Heba says, Phil was just playing the role, but he knows what he has to do. Exactly. He was playing the business role, Heba. I keep telling people, Phil and them are not petty like us down here. They're a part of a $2 trillion company. Don't think that Phil Spencer isn't hardcore competitive. We saw the legal documents. Don't think Matt Booty ain't competitive. We saw the documents. The document says otherwise. But when we come out to the public, we're going to be professionals. I have nothing wrong to say about that. But look why they had to do it.
Facts. Legal, I gotta head out.
Go ahead, J-Rock.
Brother, keep cooking.
I
be
got
listening.
him. I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all for coming in on my earliness, man. I know we got a weekend and we got things to do. Thank y'all, brother. Thank you, J-Rock.
Appreciate it. Salute.
Yes, sir.
J-Rock.
They wanted, they had to do this. This wasn't Microsoft just saying, we just want to keep games exclusive on our console. They saved us. They saved us as a community, y'all. And look, this is the funny part. Influencers, YouTubers, right, that benefit your views and want your money, you know, doing all this other stuff, it's not in their best interest to tell you the truth. They don't want you woke up. They want you dumb. They want you blind. They want you to think that this industry is just a kumbaya industry. It's not. We're not saying that devs across the aisle hate other devs. I don't know why they talk to us like this, but I've been telling y'all, haven't I, Hebot, that they talk to y'all like y'all dumb. We know that devs aren't fighting across the aisles. We know that. They're creating games because they're working. Nobody's fighting across the aisles. They have a respect for each other. I got you, J-Rock. I got you. They got a respect for each other because we know we're out here. We see. We've been gamers for a long time. We know that devs go from one area to another company and work in another area. We know these things. We don't have to be told this, Resident, but they're not talking to gamers like us. You get it? Look, Alana and them, Alana has weirdos, right? Anytime a female, and listen, I'm gonna say this again because I know I've used her name, but there was a story behind us, and I'm still not mad at her. I don't have anything against Alana. Let's get that straight because I know some people up here may be having some feelings. Bro, she don't listen, bro. She ain't buying your groceries. She ain't sending you video games. I told you, if you're in your feelings about these people, this ain't the show for you. All right? But I don't know her like that to have a serious problem with her. She's in the public. She's a public figure in the video game sector. All right? I'm just a guy on Twitter who's an Xbox fan that's known by some Xbox gamers. I ain't nobody either. She's no more special than me. We're even. We're human beings. All right? Let me spill my humanitarian speech. Right, Resident? Because we already know how sensitive these people get out here, right? My thing is, she comes out acting like she don't know her audience, Resident. So let me put it like this. Alana Pierce is not an ugly woman. All right? She's not an ugly woman.
She's got a lot of simps.
Right. Ugly is a true word. All right. I know y'all don't like words today. Ugly isn't a true word. If you call somebody ugly, that's not complimenting them. All right. If you're into pronouns and you're not into real words, this ain't the show for you. Move along. Go somewhere else. Go into your fantasy world. This ain't the show for you. Right. So nobody can tell me if I come outside in the public and I call some old woman ugly, that people ain't gonna frown at me. What the hell's wrong with you, dude? Why are you calling this old woman ugly? Have some respect, right? The word respect is a real word, right? We know what all this stuff means, right? So Alana's not an ugly woman by far, right? Not at all. We already know that if you're not an ugly woman and you're a gamer, we know, like I told y'all, there's things that don't require a pen to hit the paper. But it's called you sign up for it. There's a saying called you signed up for this. Doesn't mean you literally had a pen in your hand and doesn't mean that ink hit the paper. That means you knew what you was going into when you went into this. Alana knew that she was going to get some weirdos. But it don't matter, Resident. Let me holler at my boy Resident Gamer real quick. Watch this, Resident. When you're trying to come up, when you're coming up, and listen, we all use that saying, I'm just here to have fun. No, Legal's just here to have fun. Because I showed you who created Di-RRec Gaming on my channel. All you got to do is go back. You want to see my origin, go back. You'll see the guy who built this computer right here on the show because I recorded him. Hand by hand, lick by lick, he put the damn computer together. I filmed it, put it on the channel. I'm here to have fun. You know why? Because this is what we've been doing. I was in the party chats in 360 before we had this. I was on Mixer before we had this. I came here because Mixer shut down. Trust me, people. If Mixer didn't shut down, I would be on my Xbox doing this. I didn't want to be here. Hebot knows that. There's some people that know that. I didn't want to be here. But I listened to the people that were supporting me. So I came on over to YouTube. All right. Because I'm a gamer before I'm anything else. This channel is called Di-RRec Gaming. The 2 R's, recreational recording. Ain't got nothing to do with talking about video games, running my mouth about news articles and all of that. It wasn't built upon that. But just like I know my audience, nobody can tell me that she don't know her audience. Alana Pierce has made more than just one YouTube video about people wanting her to do OnlyFans. She knows what some of her audience think of her. She knows this. It only matters when she goes public and they actually come out with their weirdness and tell her, right? And then she has to make a video and explain herself again, right? The reason why she's doing that, anytime a person has to keep explaining themselves and then they go to YouTube and do the video, it's for the money. You don't think I'm not from the hood, bro? You don't think I ain't lived in no bad areas, bro? You don't think I don't? Listen, basic fundamental 101 applies to all. Deploy. Rain G4, he's from Atlanta. He know. I'm out of Memphis. I know. Bro, that's basic strip club mentality. It ain't a problem until one of the guys touch me. It ain't a problem until one of the guys put their hands on me. That's a problem. Deploying my line, as long as you tip drilling, as long as you tossing them dollars at me, I ain't got no problems how you think about me.
Facts.
It's when you step across that line and you can degrade me with your mind all day, right? You can want me to be something to you all day long. But when it goes public, I got a problem. When eyes can see it, I got a problem. So let's just keep it real. As long as these weirdos were telling their other weirdos, subscribe to this pretty girl, right? And her empire was building up, Spartan, there's no issue. I ain't got nothing to say about these clowns, right? But now, those same clowns that have been telling you throughout the years, this ain't just happening, this is throughout the years. Alana, we want to see your body. Are you gonna make an OnlyFans? Because I'll pay you, right? Weirdos. Now let me tell you something about Now, Rain, let me tell you something about being a man. Okay. She can have her opinion. But Hebot, Pyro, Spartan, Resident, all the men in here, Smitty Smith, James, Jargo, Future Generations, Radiance, other Zeke, right? And what makes it special is that Dia is a woman. So Dia, if you hear me, and if I'm saying anything wrong, make me stand corrected. All right? Exactly. I remember, bro, I said that, Pyro. That's right. This has happened to her. Now listen. It doesn't matter. As long as the money was coming in, long as the paycheck is coming, it's all good. Right? But Rain, we all know what it is, bro. She had to come out and had to let it be known again. Something that we already knew about. We already been known. It's nothing new. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Now, real men, that is where I'm finna go. I named off the men that I feel like are real. I may not know all of y'all, but if you a grown-ass man, right? Real men don't look at women for that. Real men. Real men ain't even going to co-sign that. I'm not going to tell Dia, you know what, Dia, if you're doing any of these things that are derogatory to who you are as a woman, then I'm going to sit there and tell Dia, you know what, I'm cool with it. I'm not going to tell Dia that. If I'm a real man and I care about Dia, I'm here to make the world better, right? This is a man's world, like James Brown said. But what was the other saying? But he's nothing without a bad woman. That ain't what he said. He's nothing without a good woman. Because let me tell y'all what's important to a man. Men go out in the world and they build empires. They protect their land. Why? Because of women and children, right? There's no wars won by women. This ain't Wonder Woman. We don't live in a fantasy world. Wars are won by men. Now you can get those, oh, there's women generals. We didn't say that. We didn't say there's women soldiers. We're saying there was a time when that didn't even exist. See, that came when these women can do what men do. Okay, well, we ain't made it there yet because we haven't had a full army of women that have won wars. That ain't happened yet. All right. So until that happens, or civilizations that were built only by women, because there was a time when women, that wasn't even a thing for women to even do. Women, they took care of the homes, they reared the children up, they nurtured the children, and then when the children were old enough to work, that's when they went out in the fields with their dads, and the dads took over and raised them boys into be men. That's how it happened in its simplest form. But since we want to act like we don't understand simplest forms, we don't understand kindergarten civilization 101, let's get funny then. All right. When she was talking about people, now I'm being for real when I say this. When you got grown-ass men, right, who look at women for sexual desires, that ain't nothing to play around with, and that's definitely not something to say, well, people are like that and they needs to, and they need an avenue. No, the hell they don't. No, they don't. Here's the avenue. Go out there and date somebody. Go out there and get to know a woman and learn what thoughts you should properly have for women. No real man is going to co-sign that type of weirdo thinking, Alana. So you showed everybody when you said it on your channel what you really think and what kind of person you really are. That kind of thinking don't make the world better. And this is exactly why this is a man's world. Now you get it? See? Now do y'all get it? Men don't base their substances off of emotions. We can't afford to, because when you got men running around here emotional, the world is done. Our feet are too heavy. They're meant to be. We're supposed to leave a Tomas in our ground. Tomas is the ancient word for imprint. We're supposed to leave our imprint on the earth so that everybody else can be fine. That's the burdens of what men do. And let's get it straight.
Speak on
Every
it.
male ain't a man. Man is a title. It's not a thing. It's a title. So you got to do certain things that make you a man. Everybody can't just use the word man because they're a male. All right? So when I heard that, I had a problem with that. I said, oh, you know, she's a part of the problem of the world. Because I would never, ever, ever say as a man that, yo, these dudes out here that look at these women for sexual objects, that's cool. Just because you can make a buck out of it. Then she went on to explain that she wouldn't do that she wouldn't be like that. You know what my grandmama used to tell me? Money changes anybody. Don't ever listen to the person that'll say they'll never do anything. Never is never certain. That's what my grandmama told me. And guess what my grandmama's name resides in? In United States Smithsonian for making pies. My grandpa's name resides in the Smithsonian of the United States government for making barbecue. So guess what legal was raised up on? You don't have to be major to do major things. I ain't looking to be no damn gaming influencer. I ain't looking for y'all to look at me and praise me like I'm something higher than a human being. Or whatever legal says, it's concrete and we shall follow. Nah, bro. I'm no better than anybody over here that don't have a platform, right? I'm no better. I'm just a gamer with thoughts, with his own little opinions.
No gas, no fratanga.
Right. I ain't none of that. I don't use my I don't do no karaoke. You know, I don't do the sway and talk when something's going wrong. Oh, let me jump over here and start saying the same thing too. I don't listen. There's a reason why I don't even pay attention to people. It's to keep direct gaming the way it is. You start listening and looking at other people, then guess what you're going to do? You're going to become the follower, and you'll find your mouth sounding just like their mouth. Ain't nobody sounding like this over here. Ain't nobody sounding like that. Resident, that's why you here. G4, that's why you here. G4 been sliding through like Iceman for years with me. That boy's stupid, boy. He come be clowning that. G4's been doing this with me. Legal, you do have a presentation. That's what he does. And we laugh and we move on. This is what we do. But I just had to make that point because I think y'all got us effed up out here, man. Some of y'all out here got the gaming streets messed up just because y'all think y'all got some likes on a social media web. Well, let me tell you something. The real ones got likes everywhere. Everywhere they go, no matter if it's Instagram, no matter if it's Facebook, no matter if it's Twitter, no matter if it's YouTube, no matter if it's TikTok, they got a surge of followers. Show me where y'all surge of followers are at. I dare y'all to go on other platforms. Ain't nobody know who the hell y'all are, man. Don't nobody know who the hell y'all are, man. So let's just keep it real. Let's keep it real.
Everyone's got obsessed with that chase for the clout, Legal.
Facts.
Everyone wants that clout.
Everybody wants that clout, baby. So let's just keep it real. And we're talking about gaming. And if it's all about gaming, then let's keep it gaming. There's a reason why Alana's playing Starfield. So she can stay in the conversation. But whoa, wait a minute. Gets deeper with her. I just saw Alana Pierce, right? On a channel where she was building her PC. And this was like a couple days ago. Now, I want y'all to hear me. And listen, do your research. It's on YouTube. She's building her PC for NVIDIA, I think. NVIDIA. I think it's about 3 days ago. What's the hottest game out, y'all? Starfield. Now watch this. The guy on the video that's building her PC, and I have to say, man, her PC is very nice. It looks very nice. Listen, I'm not paying all that money for no damn 1440p 100 frames. I'll tell y'all that much. But that damn PC sitting up on her wall is nice. I'm not a hater, bro. It's nice. I'm just not paying $3,000 for no 1440p. Anything, right? So he asked her. It comes on the video. She gets asked a gamer's question. Well, what games are you playing, Alana? She says, Tears of the Kingdom. I think she says she's getting ready to play Baldur's Gate 3. Some other game. But guess what game didn't come out of her mouth? Resident, guess what game didn't come out of her mouth? For $5,000. Spartan, Resident, or the Chit Chat community. Listen, you get $5,000. You can tell me what game did not come out of her mouth.
Starfield.
Starfield never came out of her mouth.
Never.
And this was just 3 days ago. Spartan, bro, you can't make this up.
It's all right there in our faces.
It's right there. Now, how the hell can you be right? Look, you're the person, not me. Resident, not me. I'm not the one that comes out here saying, I have all the consoles. I have many consoles, Resident, but listen to what I just said. I'm not the one that comes out here talking about what I own to no gamer. Because you know why? I'm built upon the true definition of what it is to be a gamer. It has nothing to do with what you own. You can have 1,000 consoles. You don't play them. What's the sense of bringing them up? You don't use them. Who cares? Right? You can have
they could try to claim neutrality.
Right.
You know how it is.
Right. You can have 1 million video games. They sitting up in a damn storage facility. Who cares? Right? So I never used that stuff for validation. I don't care. Swaggy, correct. Rain, correct. Deploy, correct. And I sat here and said, damn, the hottest game out, and she didn't even say Starfield. Incredible. And you think that we're supposed to take her seriously. When we know as Xbox fans, she's not Xbox community. That's been from the jump. I don't care where she, listen, when IGN ain't fooling nobody. They put people in sectors so that they can expand their business. IGN was never founded upon Xbox. IGN was before Xbox. IGN was PlayStation from the get-go. Then they woke up, oh, we can make more money if we talk about Nintendo. Then they talked about Nintendo, when Nintendo's been out here since 85. Then when Xbox came, oh, I think we need another seat so we can talk about Xbox. But the biz, it was never about because we're part of the community. It's because they were part of IGN. They were IGN. It was a part of IGN. How we can grow our platform. It had nothing to do with the gaming community. So when they put people in these positions to start making these little shows about Xbox, that's for their business. That ain't for the heart and soul of Xbox. That's why when you go there, you don't feel it. It's empty. If you're a true Xbox fan, when you go to these channels, you're empty. You're empty.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. They don't represent it like you want. They don't represent it the way you feel. And you will never get that feeling from them. Because that ain't what the channel was built upon. That's why. So I just wanted to go there. They can say what they want to say about me. I don't care, bro. I'm nobody. Could care less. But on Di-RRec Gaming, guess what? I got a mic too, resident. And guess what I can do what they do? Talk. Guess what I can do, Spartan? Talk. That's why I came here, to encourage the rest of the true Xbox gamers. Do a little investing. It don't cost much. We need each other out here. There's not enough of us. And they like that. There's not a lot of real Xbox fans that have a mic. They love that. Because let me tell you something. They act like they're all knowing. They act like they can belittle you. But the minute y'all in the same room, they walking out. Because you're going to find out they don't know what the hell they talking about when it comes to gaming. They just talking, bro. And a lot have already proven that. A lot have. When it comes to talking video games, a lot have proven that they don't know what they're talking about. So that's my little spiel. These are the things why Starfield right now has taken over the world. Because the essence of gaming fell upon Xbox. We've been knowing Xbox need to rid itself from that lame-ass journalists that act like they friends. They're not their friends, right? We had Ron McAfee out here January the 3rd making it known, putting the like he gonna put the pressure on Microsoft. We need dates. When you ask these fools, well, why are you not keeping the same energy with Sony? They got an excuse. See, this is why I love being an Xbox fan. Resident and Spartan and Chit Chat community. We don't have no excuse.
Fast McCaffrey flip-flop too once those dates started coming, right?
Yes, he did. Flipped hard, didn't he? He scored a 10 on that flip. We thought he was flipping for the United States Olympics team. But you want to know what's funny? We as Xbox fans, we don't need no excuses. And that's what I love about it. Ain't no excuses being an Xbox fan. But they need excuses. So when we asked them, yo, why y'all not keeping the same energy up for PlayStation? You want to know what the answer they gave us? Well, because PlayStation has a record of putting out great games. That's an opinion. And they got a reputation around here. They're number one gaming brand. Okay, true. So you gave an opinion upon the truth. That's kind of weak. So what that tells me, Deploy, is when PlayStation can't deliver, they're okay with that. So watch this. As the years keep going and PlayStation ain't delivering, they better not say anything. They need to just keep being quiet about it. Because if they open up their mouth, all hell gonna break loose. They gonna get exposed, bro. There's some people out here that love the check mark. You can't come out now and start talking about why is it Sony got video games when you made an excuse for them. See, when you're real, you should come on out and say it. That listen, Video game wars are won by who puts out what. This is a championship thing. You think the Lakers are content with their 18 or 19 banners? No, they still want to win. You think the Celtics are content with their 18 and 19 banners? No, they still want to win. Because like football, any given Sunday, the Patriots, yeah, they won under Brady. But guess what? They ain't winning today. That's how it works. You got to give credit where credit is due. The problem is the industry is donkeyfied. I'm just telling the truth. They didn't want Starfield to succeed. So y'all telling me, right, y'all got a problem with us gamers, but you want me to be blind about how the industry treats gaming companies. Y'all sit up here and use that blinded tactic by, well, I own all the consoles. Okay. You also get consoles for free too, right? But okay. You also get games for free too. But okay. Right? Right. The Game Awards go every year. Xbox don't win nothing. Every year. So y'all are telling us that Microsoft don't make a gaudy game? They never have? That's a lie. Because Gears of War 4 should have won that year. Anything to keep Xbox off of that donkey show Game Awards. And listen, Jeff Keighley is who he is. The one thing that like I told y'all, I'm cool with Jeff Keighley because he admits it. He done told everybody I'm good. That dude gets Sony socks. He gets Sony.
Yeah, he hasn't tweeted once about Starfield, and when Kojima.
Say that again, Resident. Look,
he hasn't tweeted once
before you say it again
about Starfield
right,
at all.
I want you to say this one more time, and nobody said it. They're going to hear you real clear. Now, we're about the gaming industry, and it's all about games, but we're only supposed to celebrate games at the Game Awards and celebrate devs, right? So here's Jeff Keighley. How many tweets have he tweeted about the success of Starfield, Resident?
Nothing. Kojima came out and said that he's playing it. He always tweets about Kojima's those sort of things, like when he's playing a game or something. He usually tweets about Kojima, and he hasn't even tweeted about that either.
Jeff Keighley, he's quieter than a church moth right now, man. As soon as Starfield, he's probably still playing Starfield, coming out with his review in about 2 weeks. Yeah, he's been very silent, and shame on him for sitting there bigging up the competition and just using Xbox for clicks and like. He's just one of them.
Spartan, Resident, Chit Chat community. I'm okay with all of that. See, that's the problem. I think people don't understand it, right? I don't have a problem with it. The problem is people ignoring what Resident just said, right? They want to act like that don't exist. The guy is about what it's false prophecies. Prophets, right? It's false teachers out here. You proclaiming that you all for gaming, right? That's what they proclaim, right? Mount PBM Gaming. That's what they proclaim, right, fam? They proclaim that they're all for the gaming and it's foolish to pick a side, right? It's foolish to do that. It's I don't understand why gamers will pick a console. Okay. Same reason why people don't like anchovies on their pizza and they don't pick that to be made to eat. It's the same. It's basic. It's kindergarten. It ain't. Same reason why some people don't wear pink t-shirts. They don't like the color pink. I mean, it's not hard to not understand, but for some reason the people in the gaming industry don't get it. Right? It's fine. You can stay confused, but some of us ain't confused. It's simple, right? But you proclaim to be representing gaming, ING. So that means there's no particular brand that you represent. You represent everything that has to do with gaming, ING, right? So if you represent gaming, where's your tweet about Starfield? Where's your tweet to Bethesda? Right? Because Jeff Keighley, as many people may not like him, he's the biggest gaming influencer in the world. He's one of the biggest. All right? So when you talk about influencer, he's one of the biggest. He's up there. He's at the higher echelon. When a guy up there doesn't even want to acknowledge, don't tell me there's no bias in the industry. Don't tell me. But this is the same guy that wants me to tune in to his Game Awards show in December, Resident. And watch this chit chat and wants me to really watch it and just love it. It's deep. It's the realest thing you should watch. He promoting it. Now I will give him props with his Summerfest. He is holding on to an event where gamers can actually go in, and that's cool. Like I said, man, there's pros and cons with everybody. There's pros and cons with the new legal. Nobody exempt from pros and cons. I'm proing and I'm conning it, right? Because I don't have a personal vendetta against Jeff Keighley. We're just resident. We're just calling a spade a spade. And that right there is good enough to get you blocked. You ain't got to do nothing else. Just call it like it is. Oh, they block it. Okay. So the guy ain't even mentioned Starfield. Go up on, if you think Resident Gamer is lying, go up there and go look. Call him a liar. Put it on the show. Say somebody's lying. So that's incorrect. Prove them wrong. But this notion of being blind is just dumb out here.
Legal.
Chicago 6 said, I just checked Steam and Starfield is currently the top selling game right now. Also, it's the top 5 most played game on Steam right now. Right now.
Decimated the industry.
It took over the world, 117, and they're mad.
Everybody's true colors showed with Starfield, and it's out there now.
Everybody.
You want to sit there and tuck your tail between your legs and go and hide and be quieter than a church moth, Mr. Keighley. Nothing against him, but you know, when a superstar of a game comes out, and like you said, Legal, he's up there, and people actually do listen to him and go by his advice and love him. Why not show love for Starfield? Where is I really need to. I gotta go find his Twitter and say hello to him for a second, because it's not nice, man.
Look, man.
All of these, and I can't believe I don't, like I said, I don't care about reviews. I'm the gamer, I'm the reviewer, I'm the one who lets everybody know, just like you, Legal. Hey, we play the game, we word of mouth. Go try it out, man. It's amazing.
No, every game is a tryout experience. I don't care what it is. If a dev makes a video game, it's worth trying out. That's the code. That's the essence of gaming. James S. Young Jr. says, I am glad all of this is happening. The haters are just proving everything we said was true. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
There ain't no reason to be getting upset. There ain't no reason for your blood rising up. You should be saluting yourself, because now they can't say that nothing we've ever said was not true. Mount PBM Gaming says, man, I love gaming, but prefer Xbox. And Starfield has exposed so many of these clowns out there. Starfield is changing the game with its scope. It's an amazing game. Exactly. Starfield is this what's crazy is Starfield is this mass open space universe game. We ain't never had nothing like that, right? Where the whole solar system is spinning. The real time, we talk about real date time sequences. This is the solar system. The whole solar system is spinning, right? And you can go to planets and you'll land on one planet, it's nighttime. You can go right over to the other planet, and it is daytime. It's crazy, right? And the beautiful thing about Starfield, there's no wrong way to play it. So the gamers are experiencing this game. What makes it so unique is that they're experiencing through their own experience. No experience can be the same if you don't want it to be. And that's beautiful. And we've never had a game this big to do that. Yeah, we've had games where you can do what you want to do, but not on this grand scale. Not where you can just actually go around and actually have a conversation with people. That's just insane. What is it? 2,500 dialogues with just walking around, just talking. It's crazy. I lost count on the number that they said, but it's so many ways to play this game. It's stupid. Detroit Smith 313 in the building. Hey man, listen. For one, I want to take a pause because I was slow cooking this show, and I want to say shout outs to Mont PBM Gaming. Detroit Smith 313, all the people that I'm not familiar with coming to the show, giving Di-RRec Gaming their ear, I want to say thank y'all. Thank y'all. And if y'all like what we're about, please subscribe and share our channel, man. Let real Xbox gamers know there's people out here that are not afraid to speak this language, man. We're here. We're here, bro. And we're going to be here as long as y'all allow us to be. Y'all can even, like I said, y'all can even send us topics that y'all want us to talk about because we're the voice of the streets. We don't care what these articles are talking about. We don't care. We don't care, bro. We don't care like that. We're not here to regurgitate anything. Detroit Smith 313 says, Review Tech USA is a low-key Sony shit. Bro, exactly, bro. They're all low-key. You know what? I've always been told this. Do not fool with people who are not proud of themselves. Right? Why would you fool with somebody who ain't proud of who they are? Who does that? If you like Sony, who told you couldn't be a Sony shield? Right? There's just ways of doing it. You'll still get your respect out of it. I love Nintendo fans. I don't have no problem seeing a Nintendo guy play Mario for the 50th time, and he's loving Mario. Salute, man. Salute. Right? I don't have no problem him freaking out that Mario Wonder is coming out. And he can't wait to put on his Mario underwear and Mario pajamas and his Mario hat to play the game. I ain't got no problems with that. Right? I ain't gonna make fun of him. Right? It is what it is.
The Mario OLED.
Right. You so stupid, man. I wasn't mad at them for getting the same console, just a different screen, and they lost their minds about that. Wasn't mad at them. That's gaming. That's our culture, right? Listen, I've always said this. The new legal is about everything about gaming, except for one thing. So I'll tell you what I'm all for. I'm all for the fanboyism. I'm all for the competition. I'm all for the social media tweets. I'm all for the laughs. I'm all for the pokes, the jokes. I'm all for the chit chats. I'm all for the YouTube channels, right? I'm all for that when it comes to the culture of gaming. What I'm not is the toxicity. I'm not for the personal shot calling. I'm not for you getting in your emotions and all you can talk about is somebody else. And I'm not for all of that. You can keep that over there, bro. This is gaming. You should never let yourself get that mad off to where it's about somebody. Your channel should be about somebody. I don't respect that. Especially if there can't be no dialogue between the two. I ain't going to respect that. And Furious One. Shouts to him, man. Yo, welcome. Microsoft needs to release Starfield action demos, showing the haters what they missed if they only play Starfield for 3 hours. Hey, that's a good. I ain't mad at that. Since it's the hottest thing out, put a demo out. Let some people get them past the introduction, right? Because they would drop out quick during the introduction. They would lose their minds. But get them where they can at least show how they can land their ship, walk out the ship, get on the planet for a couple hours, and then cut them off, right? Because look, the keyword what Infurious One said was 3 hours. What's funny about that is the donkey on David's show. How many hours you played? 3 hours. So that lines up perfectly for them. Raiders 9-6, Jago 6, even on the PC side, they're mostly playing on Game Pass. Exactly. Listen, anybody who thinks people over on that PC side is playing these damn games for $70-something, y'all out y'all's damn minds, or y'all don't even understand the whole point of having a PC. That's defeating the purpose. They are the most freelancing coupon warriors of the gaming universe. You know what I'm saying? If you're relying on if nothing, the PC community tells you that these games ain't even worth $70, right? It's like going out here finding out that these basketball shoes are only worth $30. That's how they make you feel. Because they be getting these games for the low. They be looking at us like, what's wrong with us? But that's why we have all the shows. That's why all you hear about on social webs is consoles. Because they know who's buying these games. They know who's doing it. They know who's putting in the work. They know. They know. Just like Starfield right now is being played mostly on console. They already know what that is. It is what it is. They cheap, bro. They always been cheap. That's what they brag about. That's the cheap community. That's the coupon community. That's the food stamp community. The only thing that they muscle on is a rig. They do all of that and they play on a 27-inch screen. Bro, that don't even make no sense, bro. You paid all that money and your screen's small. Get out of here. Women like it big. Come on, bro. Women like it big. Ain't nobody bragging about nothing small around here. We from Texas, bro. Come with that small talk in Texas. Get out of here, bro. From Texas. So, yeah, man. I mean, Starfield's a hit. I wanted to come out here and slow cook this show. We ain't got nothing to do. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Enjoy everything that you're seeing because you deserve it. The Xbox community deserves it. They can no longer say you're talking out your ass. Look at these idiots go. Review bombing it like that's gonna make a difference. Bro, the game is selling its ass off. Review bomb that. Review bomb the fact that it ain't on PlayStation 5. Review bomb that. Look, donkeys are so weak. They're going to places that don't even matter. At least put it somewhere where it matters.
They're making the PlayStation logo come up before Starfield.
Right.
Now
that one I give him credit. Because look, Resident, he bought the game to do that.
they all bought that game. They're
He
all
paid. If he didn't buy it, he paid this. What? He paid for the subscription to do that. That's how. Now look, if no other donkey showed you how to do it, he did or she did. That's how you do it. Just close your eyes and say, "I'm not supporting Xbox," and just do that. And keep in your mind that you didn't ever support Xbox when you did it. That's how
they're just self-owning themselves.
Right. You so stupid. Right. Enjoy this legendary stupidity. And I hope it don't end. I hope it rises to the whole year so that the industry, the companies can't help but to say, "Damn, man, we really done messed up. The stupidity smoke and mirror is just too out there now. That they won't even hide behind these idiots anymore." We don't want to hear about y'all talking about these weirdos. They're your people. They're not ours. Y'all built empires off these weirdos. We didn't. Love them. They're your children. You was okay as long as they were helping you get subscribers. So live with them. Don't come out here talking about them now. Nah, love them. Do better. Teach them. Right? Y'all are gamers, right? So teach them how to be real gamers.
We knew this though, Legal. We knew the amount of salt and the cope, the seething, the rage that was going to come with the launch of the game. We already saw it, right?
You know what the beauty is? Seeing all of that happening while we're enjoying a true next gen game.
I got a question for everybody. When have y'all ever seen an 87 rated game take over the world?
Never.
Xbox?
It's not truly an 87.
We know.
Facts.
It's an 86 now, ain't it?
It's really a 97 in my eyes,
right.
But you know.
But when have you ever seen this happen? Shout out to the Xbox community for doing something legendary. You show the world that reviews don't mean shit.
It's the ultimate betrayal, Legal. It's the fact that Microsoft stole Starfield away from them, even though it was going to come out on PlayStation. Right. Yep.
And the reason they did it is because when they dug deep, they found out that Sony was trying to block their games. That's why they did
it. Sony was going to do the exact same thing. It was going to try to make Starfield exclusive.
Yeah.
So their whole argument is like invalid, basically.
Man, this whole legal case was a waste of time. We told everybody a long time ago that Microsoft was going to win this case. They won it with ease. It was simple.
They're trying though. They're like pulling every freaking
they lost already,
rule in the book. I know.
Lost. You know what's so funny, Resident? That Microsoft could have closed the case on the FTC, just shut it down, be done with it. but they letting it drag on purpose because they're like, we already won. No, there's nothing. Let's go over here and let's just let it marinate. Let this victory marinate. So at October the 18th, it closes. There's nothing the FTC can do about it. They don't even want to listen to them no more. Done. CMA, everybody care. Listen, man, Microsoft gave Ubisoft Activision's cloud. What does that tell you? Man, what does that tell you about Big Bank? Look how gangster that was. That was gangster. You know, that was San Andreas. That's gangster. Look what they did, bro. Look, man, here, take this cloud. Take this cloud. You got it for 15 years, Ubisoft. Thanks for always holding us down. Go make something happen. 15 years. Who in the industry ever? Nintendo ain't doing that shit. Don't even put it in your brain that Sony's doing that. Hell no. The hell y'all talking about? It's okay to support what you want to support, but I'm supporting the one that's doing something. That's the difference. Can't tell me the other two are doing anything. They're not. That's the difference between us and you. You can be I'm a multi-console on too. But out of all my consoles, watch this. I ain't afraid to say it. Xbox is doing the most. That's hard for you to say because you're institutionalized. I'm not. You got to come out here and speak agenda speak. I don't. We ain't got to do that here. I'm not. My hands are not tied.
You're right. Neither Nintendo or Sony are really experimenting with new IPs. They're sticking to the old guns, right?
Yeah. Y'all over here jocking two companies that still put cassette tapes in. What's wrong with y'all?
Here you go, Resident guys.
8-track tapes.
Right. Y'all want to come out here and we got more. This is what it sounds like when I hear donkeys running around on PlayStation. We got more 8-track cassette tapes than y'all. Okay. Go ahead, Spawn. Where you gonna start?
You know what's still stuck in my head, and I can't still stop laughing about it until this day? On how Starfield living rent-free in these donkeys' heads, and all of a sudden at the show, the man with the bun come up is, I want to play GTA 6.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
GTA 6, I want to play. I'm like, bro, like, look how bad Xbox and the whole entire thing is getting to their heads that they have.
Here's the thing that was like conspiracy theory is the fact that it happened right when they're about to announce the Starfield presentation. Out of the whole thing, he chooses right then to do it. That was a little weird to me.
Yeah, it feels like he was like one of those amateur devs or something like that. He got paid, or just one of those, you know, how they do a stupid stunt on like Insta, throwing a pillow in your face, and somebody else was in your back. Yeah, these guys, it's over for them, man. Just buy an Xbox, guys. It's Sony fanboys. We're not here to hurt you. Like, come join the community, you know.
Like those fans that throw drinks at celebrities, like the chick that threw a drink at Cardi B. Remember?
Oh my God, yeah. There's like, don't be hitting me. Oh my, she threw the bottle right back at the chick's face. All stage.
50 Cent threw a freaking mic at somebody in the crowd. You heard about that one?
You never know what's in that water, and you're throwing it at the artist. What do you think is going to happen? You know, like, God forbid, there might be acid in there or some kind of chemical to blind a person's eye. It's like, hey man, like don't be throwing stuff on stage at a like billionaire and then expect
somebody threw their freaking family's ashes at Pink.
What?
Yeah,
this is the world we're living in, bro. You know what I'm saying?
While Drake's sitting there collecting bras. Okay, we see this.
Look, Mount PBM said, you know what pisses me off about these PlayStation podcast fools out here? They always say Starfield isn't an Xbox game. Laugh at these clowns. You got to laugh at them clowns. So Spider-Man ain't a PlayStation game then. Exactly, bro. Exactly.
They have an excuse. They always do.
Mont, that's what they have to tell themselves. See, you gotta understand something. PlayStation fans, I don't know what it is, man. It's when I look at when I come to play Xbox games, I look at those games as games. They're games, right? That's it. You know, that's it. All right, I go look. Okay, I'm gonna play this game, right? PlayStation fans look at these games like they're in love with them. They're, you know, they formed a special bond. They, I don't know, they go to bed with these. They go to bed with them. They put them in their beds and they lay down with these video games in their beds or something. I don't know what it is, but they have a relationship. They have a special kind of bond with video games that is weird, bro. Like they, you know, they tell themselves things, man. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, I'm serious. And they you know, this is not trolling. I know they try to hide behind trolling and nah, bro, y'all they weird, bro. There's something wrong with them. You know, because we see it. We're seeing it. It's like, it's just a video. See, their games don't get review bombed because Xbox fans don't care about their games. See, look, here's the difference. There's not a game that PlayStation can make that's going to make me say, I'm about to go buy me a PlayStation.
They review bombed Forza. They review bombed Halo. They do it for all of them, man.
They don't have games to make me do that. But watch this. We know for a fact that Xbox does. See? Xbox has games that'll make a donkey say, I gotta go get it. Because the beautiful thing about making great games is being in the conversation. Let me tell you what was the worst thing for a gamer when they can't when they can't be in the conversation. That's the worst thing. When they go to school and all their friends are talking about Starfield and they say, hey man, what you got? I got a PlayStation 5. See, what's really happening is, see, you got to understand something. The lames that you see on Twitter are the ones that don't even play video games. They're the ones that are not even buying these games. Y'all are wasting your time at the bottom feeders for the PlayStation fans. The real PlayStation fans right now, they're going to school or wherever they're in the communities, right? And when gaming gets brought up, Starfield is being talked about. So when the conversation comes to them, oh, what you playing? And they can't even mention Starfield. Listen, I'm just gonna be honest with you. That feeling that they feel is what's killing them because they ain't in the talking space. So guess what they'll do? In reality, I can't talk about Starfield to people because I don't have an Xbox. So I'm gonna go on Twitter and mess with some Xbox fans. That's what they do. I'm going to go and talk about how they're not playing it or how many hours they spent on it. That's goofy shit. Xbox fans ain't caring about how long a PlayStation fan is going to play Spider-Man. We just tell you what's going to happen and we move on. So listen closely. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen with Spider-Man 2. They're going to get Spider-Man 2. They're going to swing around the same city. They just gave them a little borough, Queens, right? They expanded New York, right? But they're still swinging. The same places that they swung on the last one is still there. The only difference is where there was yards, where there wasn't big trucks and stuff. Craven's what I'm trying to
it's just basically
it's Craven's supply team. There you go. So all the trucks and everything about Craven has replaced grass and little yards. You're gonna have people rolling up in these big Craven trucks now, bulletproof trucks now pulling up. And where there used to be a tree, it's just not there anymore. Where it was like streets, now you got little houses. So something they did, bro. It's the same game. It's the same thing they did with God of War. Chris William, what's good, man? That's what they did. And so they know this is why you're not hearing about Spider-Man 2. Because deep down, they know what it is. Ain't nothing to talk about. We saw it. Looked like a PlayStation Vanilla Pro game.
That's why there hasn't been as much hype as the first one. That's why there hasn't been much talk as
now
the first
what they got
one.
to do, Resident, they got to tell you about Venom. They're marketing Venom, and you can't play him.
Nope.
Like when did people look? All right, look. Let's make sense with this. We slow cooking. I ain't in no rush. Look, slow cooking. Mortal Kombat 1, right? Reboot Mortal Kombat. Pre-order, you get Shang Tsung. They're not telling you. We all know Shang Tsung is a bad guy, right? Resident, Spark, Chit Chat community. Before you go there, I'm gonna do you justice. They're not marketing Shang Tsung because he's the villain guy in the game. They're marketing because you can actually play him. He's a bad guy, but you can actually play him. Spider-Man 2 is marketing Venom in the game. We all know Venom's going to be in the game. We saw the symbiote, but really that's not Venom. I had to explain to people. See, Sony games don't even make sense. They can ruin Spider-Man. They just do shit, right? So Spider-Man has never spun symbiote fluid from his skin. Spider-Man never in the comic books spun symbiote venom. Symbiote liquid or the skin of the symbiote like it's a web. But when you see the advertisement for Spider-Man 2, you see Miles Morales spinning the web. What do you see Peter Parker spinning? Venom. That's Venom. Okay, makes no sense. Second, that's not Venom. That's a symbiote. You can't just use a symbiote and call him Venom. That's not Marvel. That's not comic book, right? Oh, I know what they say. It's the universe. Is it? No, bro. It's not even the universe. Eddie Brock named himself Venom. It's the term that he gave himself when he combined himself with the alien. The essence of their combination is what he called Venom. We are Venom, right? That only applies to Eddie Brock and that symbiote. The symbiote has been on other creatures. It didn't make it Venom. You just knew it was the symbiote of Venom. When Scorpion had it, he wasn't called Venom. Resident, I don't went over people's heads, right? When Scorpion got the symbiote, he wasn't called Venom. I know. Look at Box. It's not their fault, Legal. Some men never have fathers to teach them. Frank, single mothers raise them. I know. They tried. Exactly, bro. It's a right. And then right. But look, Ben is not that big, so it can't. I'm just throwing up scenarios. If this is Uncle Ben, then Uncle Ben's been in that grave lifting weights. If it's Harry Osborn, then Harry Osborn has been in the grave lifting weights. If it's Harry's been lifting weights. I don't know, man. The only person that I could think of that big, that looks like Venom, right? Because Eddie Brock was an ex-prisoner. That's when he got brolic. That's when he got big. He got big in prison before he became Venom. The only dude I can think of is Kingpin, but that's not Kingpin. I doubt that that's Kingpin. So this so-called Venom, y'all just gonna have to find out. Shit ain't even gonna make no sense, but it is what it is, right? Because it's Venom. So they're selling you on something that ain't really true. It's not Venom. If you think I'm wrong, go look it up. Go on the internet and find out what Venom is. It's gonna tell you point blank period what Venom is.
I think it's gonna be a new character that's gonna be Venom that's not even in the comics.
Well, Resident, that's where they're gonna have to go with it. For it to make sense, it can't make sense, Resident. That's the
Facts.
point. Swaggy, right. Swaggy. With PlayStation, for it to not make sense, it can't make sense. It cannot. Oh, it's just somebody. Okay. Oh, you can't even trace him. He's never been in the comic books. Gotcha. He just created. Okay. We're just gonna call him Venom because the symbiote looks like Venom. All right, cool. We got it. So that's the experience that you're gonna play. Then when you get done, tired of swinging around because it ain't co-op. When you get done swinging around, we know what y'all gonna do. Spider-Man's gonna have that monthly surge, and then bye-bye Spider-Man. It will get played again when it goes on sale. That's it. But this new Spider-Man ain't gonna be what the Spider-Man first one was. We know why y'all went crazy over that Spider-Man. See, we know because we're out here, we're gamers. Y'all was never crazy about Spider-Man. And Sony didn't miraculously just become the #1 gaming brand 10 years ago or 13 years ago, right? Y'all been the #1 gaming brand for a while. So Spider-Man was never a thing that y'all ever talked about. The only reason that Spider-Man became a big deal to you donkeys is because it became an exclusive. It gave y'all something to uphold upon other gamers. Look, we got Spider-Man and y'all don't. We got the receipts. We even had people, devs and other people in the industry telling Xbox fans, if you want to play Spider-Man, buy a PlayStation. We know because what we were told. We heard them loud and clear. So we're just going to shoot it right back to y'all, right? But we're even going to make it better. You don't even have to have an Xbox to play Starfield. Just go get it. Play it. And tell yourself in your mind that you're not supporting Xbox. Just do us all that favor. Xbox, you did it. You gave us the day that we all been waiting to see. You showed everybody. Reviews don't matter. Haters don't matter. Influencers don't matter. YouTubers don't matter. What Xbox showed us is gamers matter. Engagement matters. Community matters. Having fun matters. The things that I just said do not require the latter that I just said, right? All that stuff was made up because of social media. Duh, people. We were gaming before social media. The extra stuff that we got today is not needed for a game to be successful. Because if that's the case, then why are these other PlayStation games flopping? Like Final Fantasy 16, Forspoken, Returnal, Ratchet and Clank. If the point of these influencers out here is to make the gaming community better, they're damn sure not making nobody buy these games. They're damn sure not turning around the outcomes of these games to be successful. That ain't happening. So if that's not happening, what's the point? What's the purpose? Because gamers, we keep the energy up, right? Can we not do that? We ain't got to get personal. But isn't Starfield having 6 million players? Isn't that positive? Is it that everything that we have to do, we have to speak on it? Can actions not speak louder than words? Just saying. So, donkeys, don't tell us how much you like Spider-Man. Show us how much you like Spider-Man. Because you didn't show us with Miles Morales. Well, you get a chance to redeem yourself. This one's coming up. Let's show the world just how hot and how hyped up the world is ready to play Spider-Man. You got a month to do that. Yeah. Right. And watch how the Xbox community don't market this game like y'all did. See, we're done talking about Spider-Man. We talked about Spider-Man last year, and we laughed at your 2-year show that showed you nothing. Sony waited 2 years to show you that garbage. All right? And I ain't the only one called it garbage. There was donkeys that were calling it garbage. The ones y'all believed in called it garbage. All right? That's what you got. Now y'all are waiting. Y'all are the most waitingest gamers to play a game that ever existed. All y'all do is wait, man. It's another reason why I don't have a PlayStation. I'm a gamer, bro. I don't have time to be waiting around for no game that's the same damn thing that's regurgitated. I like new IP. I like new experiences. It's another reason. All right?
You don't want to swing around Manhattan for the third time, legal?
Right. Yeah, bro. It's Spider-Man. All right, let's get on Spider-Man. Then I'm going to have to go. We're going to have to go. We have to end the show at some point, but we're having fun. Let's get on Spider-Man, right? If Sony could really, really, really care enough, right, to give people a real Spider-Man game. I said a real one. All right. In that introduction show that they showed the world on that trash ass show, right? That they showed the world. Correct me if I'm wrong, people, but I saw 2 Spider-Mans go into a lake. I saw one Spider-Man come out shooting his web after he came out of that lake. I said, what? Hold on. I had to rewind it. Did I just see Spider-Man, a version of a Spider-Man, right? Go in the lake, go down in the lake, come out of the lake spinning a web. That shit don't happen. Those are web shooters. Web shooters are technological created things that, takes a lot of scientific thought behind them. They're electronic. And everybody knows that electronics and
Wouldn't
water
work.
don't work. Right. In comic books, anytime Peter Parker went into water, his web shooters would get clogged. And he couldn't spin them for a while. But after a while, when they dried out, he could use them again. So Miles Morales coming out of that lake, spinning a web out of that lake, made no sense at all. But Peter Parker all of a sudden's got symbiote power. He's spinning the symbiote. Okay, he gets a pass. That's the symbiote. Okay, right? You want to get somebody like Legal to buy your damn console? Make a real Spider-Man game. I know it's hard, right? Make it to where a villain knocks Spider-Man into the lake and he's in the water and you come out hurting. Damn, And for a segment of that game, you can't spin a web. You have to go around fighting enemies, rescue a cat out of a tree with no webs. You got to get around in the city with no webs. As Peter Parker did. Make another one where he gets his arm broke or he got shot and he's injured because Peter Parker's suit, out of all these damn years, I can't understand why. And he knows Tony Stark's and Reed Richards, but for some reason, they can't give Spider-Man a bulletproof suit. And he ain't had a bulletproof suit since I was a kid. He never had one, right? Suit be getting tore up and everything. We're in 2023 and Spider-Man at least don't have a bulletproof suit. But I digress, right? He's had his arm broken. He's been shot at. I mean, let's make a real Spider-Man game. Let's show some trials and tribulation that Spider-Man really went through. If you can do that, I'll play it on PC. I thought I was going to say I was going to go get me a PlayStation.
Spider-Man was on Xbox first, wasn't it? Back in the OG days.
It was Spider-Man was on everywhere.
Yeah. And these guys are capping for a remaster with Burrow.
Yeah, I mean,
that's it. It's just
it's a long DLC.
I guarantee you more Xbox players will support the old Activision games when they come on Game Pass than PlayStation players support new games.
They trying to diss, and congratulations to Starfield right now. They broke 305,000 live players right now. Enjoy that game.
God, you said 305.
And wouldn't that be, if I come correct, 2 million concurrent players, if that's the case like that?
That's insane, bro.
Yeah.
Pyro MD says, not saying it's my Gotti or anything, but my favorite game this year has been any titles, Cassette Beast, and Smash 'em Up, Zelda Link to the Past, and Digimon Duck, Dawn of Sublime soundtrack. Okay.
Hell yeah.
You know that, what's that one Zelda game? The one that, not Tears of the Kingdom, but the one in the middle, but that came right after, Breath of the Wild. Which one was that? Because I bought that one. I forgot the name of it. Shows you how much I can.
Not Tears, but
Twilight Twinkle.
Twilight Princess.
There you go. Yeah, I went and bought that for Christmas, and I ain't played it. I mean, it sits around. I don't know shit, Yeah, I got too many Xbox games.
You should play it when you get a chance.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play it. Bro, I'm not playing that game before I play some Cyberpunk. If I play some Dart, you see what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, Phantom Liberty drops soon,
bro,
huh?
I got plenty of time to play a cartoon game, a little, I got plenty of time for that, man. I bought it for Christmas. I mean, my kids can play it. It is what it is, He said my favorite Zelda is, what is it? Arceana of Time. Oh, that ain't that the that's one of the Gottis, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is the goated.
That's it. That's the GOAT. Yeah, that's the GOAT. A Link's Awakening came out between. Okay, that's it. No, that's it, Resident. Link's Awakening. That's it. It's like he's a little cartoon, right, Pyro? He's a little cartoon character. Link is. That's the one. I think that's the one.
Yeah, with the claymation kind of
Yeah,
style.
that looks like that. That's the reason I bought it. Because it looked like the clouds. You know what? I'll buy it, man. It's a little claymation. I bought it for $59.99 because it was worth every penny. You know how Nintendo is, man. Christmas time, no sale. It is what it is. But that's all I wanted to say, man. Hey, look, y'all, Xbox is taking over the world. There's not enough hate. There's not enough donkey tears. There's not enough dumbass devs hating on it. Dumbass gaming journalism.
Reforged gaming.
Right. Any of that stuff that's going to stop it. Because the power of gamers have spoken. And now gamers, that is y'all that's controlling this. Not gaming journalists. I've told y'all this. You guys are controlling this stuff. The thing is, it doesn't pay off for them to tell you that. Because they want you on their sites. They want you clicking. Want you to read their bullshit every day. And
all about the clicks. All about
we're
the
not
views.
reading their bullshit every day, bro. What the hell I don't know what the hell they think this is. But this ain't wildebeest mentality, bro. We're here for the gaming. We're here for the gamers. I don't care what platform you play on. Get out there and show your gaming clips. Get out there and show that you buy games. Get out there and show people that you enjoy the platform you're playing on. And just game, man. Don't worry about if somebody says a game is garbage. And deep down, you think it's interesting for you to try. Don't be ashamed of that. If 50 people are saying a game is garbage and you want to try it, damn it, you a gamer. Try it, show it, and then say, yeah, they was right, man. This game is garbage. I don't rate. But don't just let people put you in a wildebeest mentality where you just gonna follow what they say. Don't be like that, man, because that's not being a true gamer. Pyro MD says, that's it. A remake is set within a dream. Twilight Princess is a GC, and then it's a GC1. Then it's the 3DS remaster between the Wii U, but all the way and the Switch line. Okay. What? So there was one between those two. Yeah, see, that's the other thing about Nintendo, man. They'll put that shit over on a damn dream. Oh, the 3DS, like they did with the. And now I will give Nintendo props for this. When they put Luigi's Mansions back on console, when they putting that back on console, I will be buying those. The ones that came from the 3DS or the DS, and they're putting it on console. I thought that was awesome. It needs to come over, man, so people can play that. Deploy 619 said, right? I've been gaming since the 80s. I can review a game of my own. Hey, bro, I'm just Deploy. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm glad I didn't grow up in this dumbass era, bro. I'm serious, bro, because they don't know what it is to be a gamer, bro. There's too many feelings involved. All we did was play a game, bro, and then talked about it. Right, it came between those two. Right, when you told me one of them went on the 3DS, right? Right, Breath of the Wild was a Wii U release because I had the Wii U version. I did. There wasn't it. The Wii U actually was running it better at one point. But yeah, Deploy, man, for me, that's the only way a game could truly be appreciated. When the gamer gets it, plays it, and then assesses it. Don't tell me 5 minutes into a game that a game is good or bad, bro. I don't want to hear that. You ain't doing anything. That you didn't do anything for that game. And then that's disrespectful to the devs. The game industry always talking about how devs this and devs that, but look how you do their games. It's disrespectful, man. It's not cool. I got love for devs because they make the video games I play.
A lot of devs don't even pay attention to social media anymore because of how toxic they are.
Right. When you're making a game that you put your heart and soul into, you don't want to see all that negative energy. And I don't blame them. I really don't. And like I said, man, I'm all for devs that are cool. I'm not for these devs that play the donkey role. I'm not. I'm for all cool devs. I'm for all cool communities. I'm for gaming. That's what I'm for. But I'm not into these YouTubers that think you're supposed to be into them. I'm not into that. Don't be into me, man. We're here to have fun. I'm into y'all. Don't be into me. The chit chat community is what I'm into. I like seeing what they got to say, Resident. I love hearing them talk, bro. I'm here. The only reason we're here, Resident, is because we're going to give them what don't get said. That's the reason we're here. They can't get it nowhere else. Ain't nobody going to talk like this, bro. They ain't talking like this, bro. I put this kind of talking on the map, Residents, Spartan. I was doing this shit on Mixer. I was before I even got on YouTube, bro. That was my motivation. Shit, man, ain't nobody talking about the real shit that's going on. Time for these damn. Everybody keep talking about what these damn articles keep saying all the damn time. Damn, what is this? What's all this coat telling about? God dang. Gotta be more creative, man. We gotta come out here and play these games. Let's talk about these games, man. Get some gaming communities going on. But you know how it is, man. We're in a world where y'all ain't really gaming. That's the problem. Let's just keep it real. Y'all ain't gaming. Y'all rather talk about video games. Swaggy went extreme. Swaggy's extremist. Let's just shut it down. Swaggy don't follow social media no more.
That's the popular thing right now, is to talk about games and chase the clout rather than play games.
These journalists and the industry remind me of these girls on Instagram who want to take selfies, right? They judge their success on how many likes they get. So if they take this glamorized picture and there ain't a lot of likes, they get in depressions and shit. You know what I'm saying? If anything, they're going to just keep on taking selfies until they get those likes up, and then they're happy. They go along with their day. Come on, y'all. This is gaming, man. God dang. This ain't a big-ass selfie. This is gaming, y'all. Let's get out here, show gaming, showcase it, put your clips out, talk about it. Come on, man. All this review bombing, that's just dumb. And if you're in the PlayStation community, you should be eradicating such things. You should be talking down this type of stuff. Because we don't like it when people go review bomb y'all's games. We know we're not perfect either, but I don't co-sign that type of dumbass shit. That's dumb stuff, man. It is what it is. Let the PlayStation fans call The Last of Us 8 the greatest game they ever played. Let them say Ratchet & Clank 25 is the greatest looking game they ever seen in game. Let them say it. That don't bother me. Let them say it. Let them call their games 10 out of 10s. Every game that comes out is a masterpiece. Let them say it. But damn, Resident, Spartan 117, damn Chit Chat, for the love of gaming, just let us have ours too. Let us go bananas. What's wrong with y'all?
That's the thing, is they can't leave Xbox fans alone. Just
let us be berserk for a minute. When we start getting berserk, y'all lose y'all's damn minds. Y'all want to try to prove that what we're playing ain't it. They want to prove. They are going around trying to prove to the world that Starfield is garbage. But each minute of the day, right? Somebody's buying it. Somebody's picking it up. Somebody's playing it. It's just, y'all are goofy, man. Look, Pyro MD, PlayStation OnlyFans are chasing the Twitter Platinum Trophy. It's just, right.
And Catfish, right?
Right. The Last of Us remaster of the remake is Keely's 2028. God, exactly. How many times has this game been remastered? Listen,
now they're going to remaster Horizon. They're going to remaster Uncharted.
Yeah, bro. No. Oh, did you tell Horizon? Yeah, they're remat. Oh my God. Look, y'all, we're into this show. I can't do it. Right. Look, man, you just, you hurt my head, man. They're literally about to remaster. We're out of here.
The game's only 6 years old.
Yeah, bro. Look, man. Look. It's been the new legal represent Di-RRec Gaming. I got my man Resident Gamer 0, Spartan 117, JyzalGamingTV, Fireboss, into the building. Shout out to my man Six Slayer, who couldn't join us today. He might have had some technical difficulties. Shout out to the realest one, who probably had some technical difficulties as well. Shout out to Game Trills, who was working today, who couldn't come. Shout out to After Boss, my Canadian brother out there, who on the webs. Shout out to Teknoblast, who came in and showed love in the Chit Chat community. Shout out to Deploy, Pyro, M&D. Shout out to Swaggy D102. Shout outs to let's see, hold on, gotta keep going up. Hold on. Shout out to Box in the building. Shout out to Detroit Smith 313. Shout out to Chris William. Shout out to Jago 6, my man in the building. Shout out to Mont PBM Gaming. Shout out to Range E4. Shout out to Radiance 96. Shout out to Infurious One. Shout out to James S. Young Jr. Let's see. Let's keep going. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Shout out to my man Hebot for coming in. Shout out to Smitty Smith. Shout out to Future Generations. Let's go up. Other Zinc in the building. I'm glad he showed up. Shout out to Dia for letting that happen, man. Other Zinc, get at me, man. Get at me, brother. Shout out to Fat Records in the building. Let's keep going. We're almost at the end, y'all. Salt Wagon in the building. Shout out to Salt Wagon. Let's see. Man. Making sure I give everybody a shout out, man. Shout out to King James 1089, baby. My man in the building. Texas Connection, baby. Let's see. Silver. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I saw him. Hold on. Silver Afro. Shout out to you, man. Let's see. Gotta keep scrolling, y'all. Hold on. Might be towards the end. I think I might have got everybody. Shout out to my girl Dia in the building, 4568. Shout out to my man Tanami. Power Tracks in the building. See, we're almost done here. I don't want to miss out on nobody. I want to say thanks to everybody. Give them a shout out, man, because the Chit Chat community was lit today. Thank y'all for coming in early on us. Shout out to my man Secure King Cypher. My man in the building. Who else? Special shout out to Smitty Smith for the contribution. And Smitty Smith again, but I was trying to find, Pyro MD for the contributions today. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my man Game Trailers in the building for showing up. Let's see. Also, the realest one showed up in the Chit Chat too. And that's it, y'all. Man, I just want to say thanks, y'all. And y'all know what I'm about to do, man. We always about gaming here. We keep it gaming first. Always, man. Make sure y'all have fun gaming. Put gaming above everything. Never let nobody, and I mean nobody, take your extra man. Always keep your extra man going. Everybody deserves an extra man in life. Everybody. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you like what we're about. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Never miss an awesome show. Put a like, put a dislike, leave some comments below. Do whatever you feel. And this is the new legal Resident Gamer Zero, Spot 117, representing Di-RRec Gaming. And we're out of here, people. Till next time.
Thanks, everyone.
See y'all soon. Peace.